Let rain the ghost of Spawn. I fumbled that. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I knew I wanted to say Ghost of Sparta. I just didn't know what I wanted to use it with. So I fumbled it.
You should have you should have said something from Dispatch and then say Ghost of Sparta.
Jesus.
Jake, we're done with October. We don't need to talk about creepy ghoulies and stuff like
Let's
that.
No. This is Kratos, God of War.
Yeah. I was
I forgot.
rewatching the old God of War games. So listen, it's cool listening to the Greek saga, bro. Like it's just a crazy saga, bro. But but every time that narrator comes up, she finds some way to say the Ghost of Sparta, bro. Like at least once, bro.
It reminds you of like the JJK thing where they're like, yeah, this hero is very strong. Besides Gojo Sandra. Besides the Ghost of Sparta.
It'll be like Kratos sung the Atlantic Sea, and he thought about it for a minute, but that mattered very little to the Ghost of Sparta. I was like,
well, I just wanted to say, audience, I went to go see Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein in theaters. It was so good.
Oh, nice.
Oh well, since you liked it, I'll go watch it.
It's really, I recommend it. It's going to be on Netflix on Friday, like this week.
Oh, I'll watch it on Netflix. Then.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, if Crypto watches too, we can do a review.
Yeah, I mean, next week I know we're at least gonna have one movie to review next week. It's gonna be that Predators Badland movie as well. So yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it though. I'm gonna be 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna see if I can make it. We might postpone that a week, but we'll try.
Yeah,
but I definitely recommend Frankenstein. If you don't like cartoony-ish gore, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but it's pretty good.
Frankenstein, bro. That's what I expected was.
But it's pretty good. Guillermo del Toro has not failed me yet.
He only failed me in Pinocchio. I didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
I haven't seen Pinocchio yet, so I don't have.
Dude, his Pinocchio is so different from the regular Pinocchio stuff. Oh, what the hell's happening?
I'll watch it and have my own opinion later.
It's good. It's just like, where's my donkeys and stuff, bro? That's my favorite part of the book.
Oh God, dude, that scared me as a child. When I watched that Pinocchio movie and seeing those donkeys, because okay, I come from a family of farmers, audience, and let me tell you, there ain't no happy ending for those kids after we see them gone.
Even in the book, they just straight up tell you that if you read the book, those kids are dead.
Yeah. No, they'll be working for the rest of their lives until they are salvaged for their donkey meat.
And some of it's old for hooves, apparently. Like, well, who's buying donkey hooves? Is that what you wanted?
Side note, because I don't know if I'm going to review this show, at least anytime soon, Mystic Force, the Power Ranger show, has an evil pink ranger arc.
No. Fine. I'll watch it. Then we can review it. I'll watch it then.
Okay.
I was thinking about once it was done with Bionicle, I need a new long-running series. I was thinking about Power Rangers. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch all of them.
To be fair, we can do that. I wouldn't mind. If you tell me what series and when you plan to do it, I wouldn't mind to watch the full series and we just review it on for 30 minutes or so.
We can start with Mighty Morphin. We'll see.
No, we don't know. No.
Oh, you don't want to start from the beginning?
Just tell me when you get done. Just tell me what episode you're on, and then I'll catch up, and then we can go plan from there.
All right, I'm good. Mm-hmm. But Evil Pink Ranger was crazy to me. I was like, that was a crazy.
I just want Crypto to see the Solar Knight, the Solaris Knight. I think him see the full long 1 minute transformation.
Austin. That
okay. Wow.
Real quick, and then we'll start the episode. There was an episode in like the second part of the season where the Power Rangers are fighting this villain, and this dude is like destroying them. He's like the new villain. They gotta prove how big he is, bruh. So he goes big, right? And they're like, okay, we need our Megazord. Combine all their Megazords together. They do the whole like song and dance and everything, and then when the Megazord forms, all you see is this dude's foot. Like his foot is bigger than the Megazord, and he just kicks that shit. I was like, oh my God.
That's basically when people get blamed. We're gonna put the old guys over like monster versus Godzilla.
and then they try to do their super move on him, and he just like flicks them away. He's like, stop that shit. I was like,
yep. Man.
Calm yourself, boy. Aren't you a leader, man?
Monsters and costumes and ghosts and that stuff are all year long with us, audience.
Yeah, we still plan to review that Ninja Kid thing whenever that comes out. It just hasn't came out.
Yep. All right. Anyway, you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway,
I will when Jake posts the goddamn topics.
Oh my goodness.
That could have been your intro, Austin. So yeah,
that would have been a dope intro. I'll get started.
Jake said he wanted to go, so I let him go.
Oh, that is true. That is true. I didn't know you had a. I didn't know you had something, bro. Oh, you did say topics over and over again.
Gotcha. Well, anyway, welcome to Contact Live, the news and reviews of the week, audience. You're here, me, Cryptid Seeker 415. Intros are for Tuesdays, all for me. So move on.
You're with me, Jake Tylenol, and as I sit here and look at this group of cast, I couldn't help but think about the ghost of Sparta. That was a little better. Could have been better.
You know what got screwed up? I was definitely about to go when he said that.
Right.
Anyway, Breaking Wall. Abe Collins, Breaking Wall. I don't have a line, man. I can't think of anything right now. Go Power Rangers. I hope the next whatever interpretation is good.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and daylight savings doesn't affect me because I live in one of the 2 states that don't do it.
This is the greatest time of year, though.
Ha, suckers.
Oh.
This is the great time of year. Now the mornings are bright and the nights are dark.
Well, yes, because it's always sunny here, dude.
This is where Superman and Batman shine the most.
Superman's out early and Batman's out early as well. Man. This is the best time to be a hero.
It's not good if you have a garden, Austin.
That's why you don't live in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but together we form the Phanatics, and we talk to you about the news and reviews of the week on our special Monday nights. We talk about the media news, and in my case, reviews, because I'm usually not here on Tuesdays anymore. We will be talking about the original plans for the Young Avengers, the King of the Hill being renewed. Awesome. Screen 7 trailer, which even though it was shared,
they'll produce for 3 more seasons as well.
Right. So, but Scream 7 trailer was revealed, and even though it was shared with me, I kept forgetting to watch it. So,
that would great.
Yeah, Punisher, Red Band. That I didn't even know we're doing that. And also, we're doing our usual discussions. Again, I'll be reviewing Bionicle, but I'll also be reviewing a story I was into that I've reviewed before, but I'm going to review it again because I just went over it this week, and I have changed thoughts about it for better or worse. We'll see. So. Yeah.
And see, if you were here on Tuesday, you'll know we've been doing the Punisher Red Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So never mind. Okay, I see. Never mind. Okay. But anyway, so we have socials, and that is Witch's job. So Witch commence.
Yeah, I guess I'll stop doodling real quick. And tell you that first of all, subscribe here. We're still at 60 subscribers. We can't even get to 69, dude. Get us to 69 at least. Come on, guys.
Do we want to put on our team though?
We're still at 63.
I have the same amount of subscribers as this channel, by the way.
Yeah.
We got beat Jake audience. That's what
you can
our
also
goal
find
is.
us on Twitter at ComicFanatic69. You can also find me if you only care about what I want to do, which is valid, honestly. You can find me on my Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. Okay, I do post stuff on there sometimes, don't worry. But I also post stuff on TikTok and Instagram at Witch of Jotunheim with 2 underscores in between the 3 words. You get the idea. You can find me on Tumblr and Blue Sky at North Star Aria. You can find me on my Ko-Fi at Witch of Jotunheim. And if you want to support me financially, you can commission me for cool art because I draw things sometimes. You already know where Austin Encrypted is, and Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you?
I'm finding there's a lot of blood here right now. Where I'm at.
Okay. Have fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. With that out of the way, let's get to the topics of the week. So, who wants to announce this one?
We're getting Young Avengers stuff, and I wish we didn't. Or the idea.
No, we're not. We're not getting younger stuff.
A Young Avenger idea of a stuff that I don't want and I don't trust.
You should be happy. This is stuff that didn't happen because they do all bullshit.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I'm happy that this isn't happening, even though I don't know what's happening. But at the same time, it's like I know that Kevin Feige is gonna fuck them up, so I don't trust.
And the words
Before
of
we give you the one, go ahead.
The words of Bill and Skull. This is the idea of it, not the truth, not the weakness.
Yeah. Short story form. they were going to do a Young Avengers movie because the Young Avengers are connected to Kang.
Yeah.
And then they threw away Kang. So
yeah, Kang was supposed to be the villain of this story again, and
which means he would have lost
was
4 times.
The first villain, so
yes, but
what would have been? Hey,
yeah. So that means we would have seen 3 Kangs lose and 1 lose twice.
Yeah.
Did he lose, or did he just not get what he wanted?
Something died.
Well, yeah, but he just wanted a replacement, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, but Loki didn't really replace him. He kind of broke the whole system and made his own thing.
Yeah. This just gives me flashbacks as to what I had an issue with Kang's whole lead up with hey, let's every time we see a version of Kang, he's always getting punked or he's always, getting an L, this and that. And I thought that was problematic. And when I heard that, okay, a version of Kang was going to be the villain for a group of, young heroes, I'm like, oh boy. But to add
who people are already iffy on.
Yep, but to add a little salt to the wound, apparently they were going to be putting up like a little joke at the end where after, the Young Avengers defeated Kang, they're all celebrating, and then apparently there was a note left on Kang's body or whatever saying, please be cautious over this guy. It's his first day.
It was a novice.
I'm not gonna lie. In a comic, that would be funny, but in a movie, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
If you did that in a comic book, but not like a major event, that kind of would be funny.
Yeah, I forgot the exact wording of it, but it said something along the lines of that. It was definitely it's his first day, and something about that note saying like please be careful of him or something like that.
That would have been interesting because that would imply that the Council of Kangs sends Kang to different timelines to conquer for the whole council. But like you said, seeing him lose for would have been for the 4th time. Yeah. Seeing the name Kang lose for the 4th time, but even before his movie, probably would not have been that well. It would have been like 4 losses. He'll get 1 win in Kang Dynasty, then he get destroyed forever in the Secret Wars, I guess.
Rather than have Kang be the villain, you could have had Kang be a Young Avenger, and then that would just be the build-up.
Yeah, but when in that story when he's a Young Avenger, he's the villain of that book.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying you would have.
Kind of. Well, here's the thing.
It's Iron Lad and Kang.
Right.
Yeah, we learned that Iron Lad is Kang, the Conqueror, in there, and he has this whole inner turmoil bullshit. But then we also had to deal with the Kree and the Skrulls and shit like that. And
but they kind of fucked that all up too.
The picture that was chose for this thumbnail, that's from Volume 2. Okay, this is not Volume 1. Young Avengers.
This was the thumbnail. This was the thumbnail in one of the articles I found.
Well, they fucked up because this is not the right version of the team.
Yeah.
Well, the MCU was using the right word team anyway. Fuck them guys.
Yep, true that.
Yeah, I don't trust. No offense, but all the offense. I don't trust Kevin Feige with the Young Avengers. I don't trust him with the Champions. I don't trust him.
I trust him with the Champions. Champions got 2 volumes? They shouldn't be that hard to make up.
Young Avengers has
Young
2
Avengers
main
has
volumes. Technically 3 volumes.
Yes, but they have their characters and have so much other stuff connected to them. They either mess them up than Kamala back then.
Still, I don't trust Kevin Feige, dude. I don't trust Kevin Feige.
Gotcha. But anyway, this is one of those projects that's never going to see the light of day. I mean, at this point, whatever plan they had for this adaptation of Champions or Young Avengers, that's gone, audience. Come on, we're not seeing that.
Yeah,
but now I'm scared that they're going to fuck it up even more.
Yep.
Why no? They're probably just going to be wiped out.
Yeah. Half of
them
are
not
heavily whitewashed and fucked over.
Half of them are
probably not going to exist.
Oh,
well, we already have several of the characters already, so they're probably going to do something with them.
And he already told you, in post Secret Wars, most of these people are going to be gone.
We have several.
All these people existed just to set up the Kang movie, and we're not doing Kang. I can see them being something for people to die in Secret Wars going forward, and then not being in the Rebirth universe or the Reboot universe.
Yeah. The only
maybe
people
we'll get an Alpha Flight movie that's maybe.
The only people I could place bets on for showing up in future MCU adaptations are really just Kate Bishop and Kamala. Those are just
they're probably going to throw Kamala to X-Men, and then
X-Men.
Kate Bishop is liked enough that they probably won't throw away.
Exactly, you know.
But Billy and anybody else who they showed up is probably not coming back.
Yep. Sorry to all you Eli Bradley Patriot fans out there.
Dude, okay, can I go on this rant, please? I've been wanting to go on this rant for a long ass time. I'm taking off the headphones. I need to go on this rant. Motherfucker. They had like the perfect casting for Eli, right? They had the perfect casting, and then they did nothing with him. I don't know what's to blame here. Is it racism? Is it Kevin Feige being a bitch? Is it both? Is it neither? I don't know. However, fuck you for that, man. You had one of the most perfect castings and you fumbled that ball so fucking badly. Oh my god, I'm pissed off with that bullshit. You're telling me that we could have had more Eli, but I had to deal with whitewashed Wiccan? I had to deal with the bullshit with all of the MCU Willy stands? I'm pissed. I'm pissed off.
You probably, if they used him, you would just be more pissed off because he was just in that Captain America movie.
Still, they did nothing with him. He could have been Patriot, dude. But no, they didn't do shit with him.
I still say there's more complications to Eli's situation.
I blame them using Patriot in Agent Shield.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the original Patriot.
Keep in mind, there's multiple. There's like 3 Patriots. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying they already used the name and stuff, so I can see them just being like
Jeffrey. Yeah,
I know. I just mean like they already used the name. I can see them just like putting on the back burner, like, oh well, maybe if we need somebody post Secret Wars, we'll do something with them. And like I said, if they did Young Avengers, they probably would have thrown them on there. But they ended up not
doing
doing
it. He was like the OG leader. He was like the OG Young Avenger. Of course, they would have to put him on the team, dude.
Yep. Now here's a question.
They're gonna be like, "Fuck you!" Guess what? You get Joaquin. How about that?
Here's a question for all y'all, right? If they ever did continue going forward with Eli Bradley, do you think they were ever touched upon that storyline of them using mutant growth hormones?
Possibly.
When the X-Men showed up, probably, yeah. That could have been a whole political thing.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you. There is always a possibility because they've done shit like that before, but it's like,
I mean,
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They kept the whole blood thing with Nico in Runaways, right?
Yeah, but that's a part of her powers, though. That's an important part of her powers.
Wait, what do you mean?
Her staff of one, she summons it with blood.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That's
I was like, we thought so much like do blood infusion. So what the hell?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
So here's the thing about the staff of one. If Nico bleeds in any way, shape, or form, the staff is summoned. Yes, that means menstruation does count in this. Obviously, they didn't do it in the show, but I'm just saying it could.
They did have her summon it by setting her hand one time, I think, season 3. That was about it.
Yeah, but like still, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean,
I think really they did the mutant homegrown like during like the X-Men saga just to show how the world changed because of mutants and stuff. I don't think it would have been like the biggest focus thing, but I can see them touching on it.
Gotcha.
They probably would not give it to Eli. They probably would have gave it to like a minor character.
Okay. Yeah, I just
like the villain he's dealing with, like the villain he's fighting is doing like the immune stuff.
I mean, I just thought
honestly,
the whole out.
I couldn't tell you because we're not getting this. We're not getting an accurate plot line. So.
Gotcha. I mean, I just thought the whole idea of showing something so a character popping up pills might send the wrong message. But then I'm thinking, oh well, the MCU.
Well, to be fair, they did do Nuke.
Okay, yeah, well, he was a villain, so they got away with that.
Well, he started off good. He was a good guy at first. He tried.
Yeah. But then I have to remember, oh, wait, they were able to still subtly touch upon, someone like Sentry being a drug addict. So I'm like, okay, they could have probably worked that in with the reline.
And we did all delete the scenes of, Demon in a bottle for Tony, and they just didn't do it at the last minute.
Yep. They just
to be fair, that was a different era of Marvel.
Especially the MCU.
No. But anyway, yeah. You guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Thank the gods.
Gotcha.
I keep getting this Nova. Isn't that Novar?
Yeah,
that's Novar, yes. Because
I keep getting he was on his team.
Because Ghost Patriot basically absorbed speed for a little bit. Don't worry about it. He's fine now. as much as you
Gotcha.
can be.
Also, that's Kate's worst haircut.
You know, no, she has it in like
Yeah.
a ponytail, but I agree.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
about to say.
Didn't like it. All
But yeah,
right.
no, she has it in a ponytail. Don't worry. I've read volume
Gotcha.
2 enough.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys. All right. I guess with that, we should probably move on to the next topic. So, we're moving on to King of the Hill. Back to the Hill topics. So,
Dang it,
anyway.
Krypton.
Yeah. So, it's already been announced
almost did.
that on top of the new season we're getting, they're already developing right now, we're going to get 2 additional seasons following that. And to that, I'll say, you know what? Well deserved. I'm the biggest King of the Hill fan here, audience, and I was one of the people that was very hesitant when I first heard King of the Hill was being brought back because I didn't think they would keep like the humor or like what are they going to change for a modern audience and this and that. But no, it kept the same tone. It kept the same. It kept you seeing the progression of every character, and if like 3 more seasons coming up, then and that just means we're going to get to see every character that they couldn't explore in the last season be touched upon here. So we will at some point get Luann, see what happened to her, Lucky, and their daughter.
Bro, you know she's pregnant with like 5 kids.
Well, okay. If you see someone like Luann Austin, I mean, come on, would you be that surprised if she has multiple kids?
No, she's not only was she like considered like super pretty as show, but she was like dumb as rocks.
Yeah, Luann was.
She had her smart moments, like every character, but she was
Yeah.
generally a dumber character.
Yeah, at the time,
Are you calling her a bimbo?
She was
She
the
basically
dumb.
was, yeah.
She was the dumb blonde archetype, really. But she had her moments,
Yeah,
she
she
had her
had smart
progression.
moments.
Yeah,
And she grew up, but like, what we had, what it was 10-year jump, 5-year jump. I don't remember.
Mhm. I mean, dude, she got in a boxing ring with George Foreman's daughter. I mean, come on, that's pretty ballsy to say, like she survived. I mean, she didn't win; she got pummeled, but she survived the rounds. That's an accomplishment
I'm just saying, bro. She's either she's either a baby mama or she's something else. I don't think she's. I think if they randomly showed up and said, "Oh, she's super successful," I would not believe it. Unless she was a trophy wife.
2 things at once.
Well,
okay.
She was successful in her Manger Babies show because she did a brief preschool show where she had like these sock puppets. She was
I
very
agree.
entertaining at that point. Yeah,
No, I think she could do something like that, but I think long term, it's something she could do something dumb that'll fuck it up.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear people bring up like if you watch the early days of King of the Hill, you start to notice Luann has a talent for working on cars.
Yeah,
It's never focused upon, but like no, she Hank Hill was trusting her enough to work on his cars when he was having trouble with them, and she was mostly successful in all of them.
I'll give you that then. She can be a car mechanic, she can be a trophy wife, or she's a baby mom. That's my 3 choice.
Keep the trophy wife aspect with her. I mean, that is part of her character.
I can see her marrying big and just being like content being a stay-at-home mom. I can see that happen.
If she was going to end up marrying someone else, I would only assume that the only reason that happened is because something happened to Lucky. I mean, for a man that's more than twice her age, given his lifestyle and his poor health management, yeah, I can imagine him passing on early. So
Yeah.
yeah. But here's my prediction as to what's going to happen in these future seasons. We will see a wedding of Bobby and what's her name, Connie.
I think 2 seasons too early.
Well, 3 seasons in total. I mean, it's probably going to be something for the finale.
I think if they ever plan to like actually end the show, I think you would do a wedding and be like the final episode.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking
sense.
is going to happen.
I think we're going to be building up them because even though they're getting back together, like in a meeting each other again and getting used to each other again.
Yep.
I still think we're gonna get like the same ups and downs with their relationship. Well, not the same, but the usual pace of the ups and downs in their relationship for a while before we get to that.
Yep. I mean, I figured like they would have to do something.
Remember, she's still in her open relationship phase too right now. So it's like, are they gonna stop that?
I completely forgot if she's still in the open relationship phase. I would think like now that she's with Bobby, she's just settling back with just one person. You know?
I don't know. Bob was pretty accepting of it. It's like the idea of it. I don't know if he agreed. He can do what he wants or not.
Yeah. Gotcha. Man, it's a weird circumstance to know that both you as the employee and your boss are sharing the same lover. Like, huh?
That's kind of scary.
Yeah. But it is what it is. I just have one request. Please, people behind King of the Hill, do something about Khan's voice actor. I'm sorry, that's just the one thumbtack in my foot throughout the last season. I just can't. That voice. I know you tried to cast as appropriately as you thought you could, but the dude has just a young sounding voice for an old immigrant like
Yeah,
Khan.
it's not great.
Yeah, it doesn't work. So yeah, I mean, just saying, like, I'm the worst person to ever cast if they're ever going to look for a Speedy Gonzalez voice actor. Just because we have a similar checkbox doesn't mean I'm an appropriate casting for that. So
you're also not Mexican, so yeah.
Yeah, and the voice actor they got for Khan is not Laotian. Yeah, so but they still celebrate the same month. So yeah. Let's see. Anything more to this? Nah. I mean,
Oh yeah, I remembered. The other show that got 3 more seasons is the new horror Pennywise. Welcome Dairy about the
yeah.
Pennywise clown and stuff. That got 3 more seasons. That's why I said. That's what I meant earlier.
Okay. Well, good review.
So,
Good show.
wait, Tim.
Yeah.
I'm just saying when you were saying whatever you were saying earlier, it was glitching out on me. It low-key scared the shit out of me because I didn't have my phone right at my face, so
Me or him?
Okay.
Like I said, my phone fucking hates me, but I'm too poor to get a new one, so.
Gotcha. So continue. Austin, continue on when we get the chance.
Huh?
Okay, continue on, Austin.
Oh yeah, no. We were Welcome Dairy also got the next 3 seasons. It's not related to this. I'm not gonna go on long, but it's a good show. If you like horror stuff, if you like the movie, and you like horror, this dude goes awesome for 2 episodes. It's crazy to see what they do with this show so far. I was actually surprised, but that has nothing to do with King of the Hill.
Yeah, I know, but no, it's good to hear that. If something is if they're doing good with a project audience, then in that case, it gives you a good feeling to know that they're actually going to continue on with it. That just shows what they did is something to be proud of.
I'm definitely going to review Welcome Dairy when that season ends. It's crazy so far.
Gotcha.
Each season is going to be a different time period, so each review is going to be massively different.
Ooh, sounds interesting. So, yay, more good news. Anyway, you guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Nope.
Okay.
Bobby got to unwrinkle that shirt.
Like, get it on.
Every chef has to have their signature look to them, So
he's slightly pinched over. That's what it is.
Oh yeah. He's actually as tall, or if not taller than Hank. So damn. All right. With that, let's move on to the next one.
Like how that's the photo you picked.
Okay, so go ahead, talk about it.
Yeah, Scream 7 trailer. I was very concerned about this. People don't remember Scream 5 and 6 starred 2 different people, Jen Ortega and I can't remember the other lady's name right now.
Okay.
But it was following a pair of sisters who, weren't really related to Sydney. We finally moved on for Sydney. And then one of them got fired, and the other one quit because the other one got fired, which is why we're back to the whole Sydney Prescott story.
Okay.
So I wonder people like let Sydney rest. So we've been doing this for 20 years. We've been doing this since 2000. It's 2020, bro. It's 2026, bro. I was doing it for 5.
They don't care. They just want to find whatever excuse they could get to bring in like the old audience back. Like, hey, here's a treat.
Yeah,
from
but
the
this
past,
one is like, how many people still want to kill her? We done killed everybody. Yes, and that's some random new ghost face. Not related to the end of the last two we just saw. Like, well, I guess I'll go back and get Sydney and get her kids.
Back to basics.
And then they brought Gale back again, which people are tired of. People have been wanting Gale to die since the 4th film, bro. This is the 3rd film, actually.
Dang.
Gale Weathers was annoying at the beginning, and then she became a mainstay. And then she just feels like she just screws everybody over. She got Dewey killed in the last movie. It was terrible. Unless she's dying in this film, I don't see the point.
Oof.
Maybe she will, maybe she won't. I don't know. I'm not watching it.
Like, Sydney's not going to die. They're not going to let Sydney's kid die, because obviously, if they plan to keep the franchise going, yeah, you can't do that. At least this early.
Yeah.
So boyfriends are probably going to die. For all we know, for the 15th time, her boyfriend might be the killer.
Okay. First was an accident. Twice was a coincidence. After the 3rd one, there has to be. It's just all you at that point, you know.
Let's go over the killers that relate to Sydney. The first one is her boyfriend and her friend.
Okay,
that's number 1. Number 2 was her boyfriend's mom and her other friend, her another friend.
Yeah.
Number 3 was her half brother. And 2 people he got into it to do it. And he revealed he got her boyfriend to kill people. Number 4 was her own cousin.
Oh God!
Because it's like what do you do now?
It's you. Like
all her family's dead. She has no real friends outside of Gale. So that means it's going to be either some random dude or it's going to be a friend of the kid.
Oh man, you want to see them refrigerate under a guy just for that sake?
Well, to be fair, they did kind of do that. Scream 5 and 6 follows the kids who are related to other killers and stuff from the Scream franchise, like Billy Loomis's kid, a cousin of Stu Macher. So if people don't know, but the original script for Scream 3, Stu Macher, whatever his name was, the second killer for number 1, he was supposed to be revealed to be alive in prison. This is the guy who played by Shaggy in live action.
Matthew Willard.
There you go. Okay. He was supposed to be revealed to be survived that TV falling on him, and he was going to be in prison. So unless they pull in that plot, there should be no one left alive who should care enough to go after Sydney 25 years later.
Oh man!
It also doesn't help that Sydney has been like training with guns. She's damn near female John Wick at this point. I ain't seen her miss a shot in the second film. Like, who's trying this with a knife?
Damn. I can only imagine her barricading her whole house during
By
Halloween.
the way, I just remembered why the first actress that was fired. I remember why she was fired.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring it up.
Okay, yeah. That messed up. Okay,
but it was political based. It was not anything she did.
It wasn't even a bad political take, by the way.
No, it was not.
And then Jenna left due to solidarity.
Okay.
So yeah.
She has a promising career ahead of her roles. So
yeah, she was in that vampire movie. What is it called?
She's gonna be in the next Beetlejuice movie. So she's gonna be the next.
Oh, you're talking about Jenna Ortega. I was talking about the other chick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In that vampire movie we saw last year, with the little girl dancing.
Abigail.
Ballet. Abigail. Yeah. She did that and a few other things. The main girl.
Gotcha.
But realistically, I don't think anyone's really like excited for this film. It's more like, oh, well, Sydney's back. Unless Gale dies, I don't think anyone's gonna like this one. There's not enough care in the world that you can do to make this killer believable at this point.
Yeah. Just a dude with a pocket knife at the end of the day.
How much of a backup like this? I was the daughter or son of some random person you killed. I mean, Miranda killers who no one know about. I became friends with your daughter so I can find you. And now that I found you, I'm going to try to kill you. That's what it's going to be. If that's what it is, people will come back to this video, share it around. Because that's the only thing I can think of to make it believable.
The wall was right, audience. The wall was right. So, yeah. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes. You guys, any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Not really. I don't plan on seeing it.
All right, can people stop buying ghost face masks, having sex, and then returning it to Hot Topic? They've been complaining about that.
What the heck is
Yeah, people
Hot
are
Topic?
People are horny.
Hot Topic and Spirit Halloween have been complaining that people are taking costumes or animatronics, all that stuff, and returning them full of nasty stuff in it. And they have to take it back as long as it's not ripped or broken.
Okay.
Like, at least wash
I
the
get-
damn thing first, dude.
I guess some people maybe we're thinking like, okay, we can use the white in this costume to our advantage or something like that. Oh, hey Tevia, what's going on, dude? We just got finished talking about
like the almost awkward moment of all time.
I know, right? Okay, Austin. Now that you brought up the controversy of Hot Topic and costumes, now I can't take that image out of my mind whenever I'm looking at Ghostface's face right here now. Like, because what does that look like if you take it out of context, audience?
This is one, yeah. It was right now. The most ones they got returned was Ghostface number 1, Five Nights at Freddy's stuff number 2.
Yeah,
and then it was like Michael Myers and then Jason.
Gotcha. Well, we'll see what happens. You know, to be honest, man, Scream has been the franchise I haven't really watched the most out of all the other horror franchises. So yeah,
that's funny. I think Scream had the most good movies compared to how many bad ones they have. Like, if you look at like Freddy and Jason, it's like you probably get like 3 good movies you really actually enjoy, and the rest of them are not that good.
Okay. Well, to be fair, Ghostface ain't big enough to go to space. All right, he ain't big enough to
that
have
part.
that.
Yeah. Even Leprechaun with space.
Oh man, I still remember that. I'm looking
Jason
for me
X
pot of
is
gold.
underrated. Jason X is underrated. Uber Jason was hype. I don't care what no one says.
Gotcha. But anyway, you guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
Nope.
Gotcha. Alright then, I guess with that, we're done the media news, audience. Now we're going on to the comic news. And we're starting the comic news off with some punishment. That's right, audience. A Punisher Red Band ongoing series announced.
That showed you how much they've been selling.
Oh yes, like damn, like who knew writing a character the way they should be written and being written for the fans would cause a lot of sales to happen, who knew that happens, right?
I just wonder what made them change their mind, like about how they want to use the Punisher.
It was Joe Garrison. They realized that, like, okay, this new route is everything that our actual audience will be turning their backs on. So let's actually have Frank be Frank,
I want Joe Garrison to be the side villain for that Punisher hour special.
Dude, if I had my way, my pitch for Joe Garrison will be like, okay, somewhere in the future down the line, in a dystopian future, we run across Joe Garrison, but he has a beer gut. He's drinking. He's lazily lifting his gun, like trying to say,
I was once a Punisher.
I'm sure. Like, yeah, he looks like a loser. I was a Punisher at one point. Why didn't anybody like me? I fought for the people. That was my whole gimmick,
I put a skull on my chest and ran outside and was confused why people were scared.
Yeah, I'm hardcore.
Well, you know what? He needs to get that ugly Sonic redemption from a side movie, like how Silly Sonic did in that Chip and Dale.
Oh, there you go. I used to carry electric nunchucks. Isn't that hardcore? No, that sounds stupid. Like, But all right, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first Red Band series that's been announced to ever get an ongoing.
Yes.
Which do you
Every other
recall
one I
one?
think we have stops at 5. I think.
I know. I think Werewolf by Night Red Band lasted a while.
That was only at like 5 too. From what I saw.
Ah, okay.
That one just took a long time to come out.
But yeah, but this is a special circumstance where like the Red Band series was always something that should have
Which are
been
you
made
still
for
with us, by
someone
the way?
like Frank. Which? Oh.
Yeah, I thought they cut out mid sentence. So I was confused.
Dang. I got and here I thought I was gonna be doing the tech issues given my location right now today, so
Oh, you're at the other place? Okay.
Yeah, up in another state right now. So anyway, so yeah, this is getting an ongoing series, and I'm happy because as much as I've been enjoying the first 2 issues of this Punisher run by Benjamin Percy, right?
I just bought them.
I
just got them.
Oh, okay, perfect. But like one criticism I have to bring up is
I
don't know how you're going to wrap up all this. Yes, there's so many things that are left to be uncovered. Like, how did Frank get into this circumstance? What's the deal with Kingpin? How are we going to resolve this final battle between Punisher and
I got the
Tombstone?
worst part. Because it would have to be what? Next issue, he'll have to either break free by the end. He'll have to break free by the end. Issue 4 will have to tell us how he got in that position. And then issue 5 would be him versus Tombstone and Kingpin. That was how it would have to go.
Yep.
But even then, it sounds like terrible pacing.
Yeah, it would have destroyed the enjoyment of the series. But luckily, apparently they're going to save all the revelations for his ongoing series because we did get synopses of this. Oh well.
Okay, I was trying to say that Werewolf by Night lasted a while, but it obviously ended. Also, if I get kicked out one more time, I'm just gonna come back tomorrow.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, but if you don't have any topics on here that you want to do, that's okay.
No, I was going to talk about Twisted Wonderland, but Cryptid wanted me to save that for tomorrow, so I'm saving it for tomorrow.
Yeah, because I won't be here. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
If we get kicked out one more time, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So anyway, yeah, all the mysteries that have been laid out in this series, they'll be touched upon in his ongoing series. Like, how did Punisher get into this spot after the whole werewolf thing? And apparently, Jigsaw is going to play a part in the next series. So, all right, it's a slice of humble pie.
This is reminding me that Benjamin Percy wrote a mini series for Helverine, and they got an ongoing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
But dude is good. It's good at getting his own books.
Dude, yeah. Benjamin Percy is the most sought after writer right now.
Do you think I'm going to talk about Helverine? We're like over, I think, 12 issues in. I'm not fucking talking about Helverine, dude. You will live. Go read it for yourself. Have an emotional turmoil later.
Benjamin Percy, dude, he's the hottest writer right now at the moment.
I actually met him.
Perfect. There you go. Nice witch.
Met him at the Uncanny Experience, and I was like, "Hey, bestie, when are we going to see Aurora? Because I have my priorities in order." And he was like, "Oh, soon. You're gonna have to wait." And I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah.
And then I saw him again at San Diego Comic-Con. We chatted for a little bit, and then not even a month later, we saw Aurora. And then I had 3 people spam texting me all at the same time.
You know they say which hunger is the best seasoning. So, yep. Okay. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, back to the Punisher topic. So, yeah, Jigsaw's going to be playing a part in here. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. We trust Benjamin Percy at this point. Oh, just like that, we lost Austin again.
Either going to be me or it's going to be Austin. Pick your poison.
Gotcha. And if Austin continues having tech issues, Jake's going to have to step up. Oh, hold on a sec.
That was me pressing back, but by mistake. That was my fault.
Oh, okay. Not a problem.
Oh, no. So I wanted to say this before you moved on. It's always weird when the Punisher brings back a villain because, like, bro, it's the Punisher.
Well, to be fair, it's the one. He only has one villain that just keeps coming back from the grave, basically. That's Jigsaw. And do you really count that as him surviving, just looking at his face, you know?
I guess you're right.
Yeah. Oh, that was also another thing they have to touch upon, like microchip.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, that dude's been dead for well over a decade, I recall. Like I know that because I remember during Dark
I remember,
Reign,
I remember he died.
yeah. I remember that because I remember during Dark Reign, when Norman Osborn has Dark Avengers thing, the Hood resurrected Microchip to use against Frank because Microchip was long dead even at that point. So,
Microchip in hell.
well, this is what happens when the only afterlife Marvel seems to want to establish are several different variations of hell. You notice that, Austin?
Hey.
How many types of hells are there in Marvel, and we never see an actual take on heaven? Come on,
We got one take on. We had one take on heaven.
Okay, what is it?
It was in a Spider-Man book where the maker, the one out there, not the maker, the one above all, came down to convince Spider-Man to keep being Spider-Man. So he takes him to heaven and show him all the people he saved.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
All the people we saved. Okay, he shows them all the people we saved.
No. He takes him to heaven to see Uncle Ben and stuff. But like, in that book, he shows Spider-Man everybody he ever saved like lined up. You can see how many people he saved.
Oh,
it was right after it was right during the Aunt May thing, and he was about to give up because if she died, he was going to give up. And God's like, don't do that.
Gotcha. All right, because that sounded really weird.
That was my fault. That's the only time we saw. That and when they went to get Hank. I'm not Hank Pym. When they went to go get Ben Grimm back from heaven, the only two times we've seen it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Even but the Ben Grimm, the thing one looked more like they went to the House of Ideas to get him, and it was like Jack Kirby writing like the comic.
Right.
So I don't know if you count that as heaven, but that's how they got him back.
Gotcha. You see, we need more positive depictions of heaven, audience. Who wants to continue?
I think heaven's supposed to
go talk to Sarah. Go talk about Sarah and Angela about that, huh?
That heaven sucks.
Yeah. Hey, that's their version of heaven, So
they basically just used it with Amazonian stuff, and I was like, I guess that could work, but you gotta like cut off like half of heaven when you do it like that.
That's true. But anyway, good news for all Punisher fans, audience. I'm definitely wearing my Punisher shirt when this issue comes out. So yay!
I just can't believe he just has a bloody handprint on his back.
I have a question for you guys.
What?
I have 3 donuts here. Should I have the glazed donut, the apple fritter, or the Cookie Monster donut?
Cookie Monster.
Yeah, Cookie Monster.
Cool, thank you.
Eat it while it's fresh, So, yeah. Anyway, all right then. I guess with that, we can move on to the next topic, audience. Let me bring it up. Austin, you do the honors.
That's not the cover, but sure.
No, I had to personally make this image because, like, dude, everybody has like the most smuggest, douchebaggiest face you want to punch in this. Like
I was so confused and iffy on this book.
It gave you a bad feeling at the end of the day,
Yeah, because it's clear Marvel just wanted to reset it back to like what before 2010.
Yeah.
In a way. And while to be fair, they weren't doing anything with their space stuff. Like Guardians of the Galaxy ended with 2019. And then we got we had the 2018 one, and then we had the 2020 one that lasted for like 7 issues and ended, and that was it.
I guess
so. We had 5 years, no Marvel Cosmic Space.
Yeah, I guess to be fair, when you set the premise that all the big heads of the galactic empires and that stuff all have unity and all have peacetime, like what's really the conflict at that point? They're all come together and everything is all peaceful and understanding. The Kree and the Skrulls, like we all know about the history between those two groups.
Okay. I'm just gonna free ball it. I was trying to look at the issue while I did it, and it's not letting me. So,
okay.
but
I have the issue. I have the issue in front of me, by the way, Austin. So
okay. So I can refer to you about some stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. We're going into this event where everyone was so mad, a lot of leaders got assassinated, and then just kind of ending with this unionized peace and secret society stuff. I was like, really?
Mhm. Yeah, I hear people saying like, this is kind of like the sad reality of war itself. Like, it's really determined by the people of the
No, no.
higher up in the
I
totem
I
pole.
get that. But no, I get that for like some people, some characters. But
Yeah.
I think it goes against Bruce Banner's Hulk as a character.
To be fair, like, hey, you can always chalk that up to a different version of Hulk taking charge.
I
of
know,
this,
but your son got murdered, and you was ready to kill your long-term ally Black Panther about it. You know what I mean? We're not gonna fight the scrolls about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, like, when was the last time Hulk had spent any quality time with his son from Sakaar?
That was he was mad about, though.
Mm-hmm.
The whole reason he was mad because he could not connect with this kid, and now he will never get the chance to, even though this kid probably gonna be brought back to life at some point.
Yeah, so.
I don't know. It just felt like. Go over the first part of the book, please.
Okay, so pretty much war happens here, audience. Like, it's Shuri, Nova, and Star-Lord that are really trying to, with all their might, get the information to all the galactic heads as soon as possible because they're aware as to what happened in this. They're aware that the Inhumans are the ones that caused this war to happen, this and that. So they just wanted to relay that information to everybody. Hopefully, that's what's going to, cause everybody to stop this and that. And fighting amongst the groups happened. I actually like this one scene. Right, there was a fight between the Super Skrull and Ronan.
Yeah, but which gone? Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
I want to tell which the Empire's over.
Oh yeah, I don't know how he feels about that really, because
now they're back on Earth. They could be in books again. So you probably which is probably happy.
Yeah, I mean, with Billy and Wiccan, like, what did they really do with them during this whole Empire era? Like, again, this is
to be fair, Wiccan is apparently going to be a big part of Scarlet's Witch's bullshit run.
Yeah, which actually makes more sense because like you run into the whole Nightwing and Starfire situation where after you have those two hook up, you realize you have a big powerhouse joining someone like the Bat Family at that point, right? And in Billy and in the Hulkling and Wiccan situation, now the Hulkling is king of his own galactic empire, so that means whatever conflict Billy Wiccan is in, he has a husband that has
the guy with the universal potentials right next to him.
Exactly, and it's vice versa, So yeah. Yeah, you kind of had to strip them of their power in order to give some stakes going forward in their journeys. But all right, going back to the fight I wanted to talk about, like with Super Skrull and Ronan. Yeah, this just gives me like flashbacks to the conflict between Captain America and Magneto. The whole "What do you really think of us mutants, Cap?" So they kind of had to play on that where Super Skrull, he comes in with two hammers, by the way, going up against Ronan. Let me see if I can bring up that picture.
That sounds like super petty.
I know. I'm going to beat you. I'm not just going to beat you badly. I'm going to beat you with your own weapon.
Yeah, man, like, I'm about to go fight the hoodie, but the guy pulls up like two different hoods on. Like, why are you doing that?
I know. Okay, let's see. Give me a sec while I find that picture. Okay, yeah. You sit in judgment of others, sifting truth from lies. So tell me the truth. How much do you really hate my people? And Ronan says, with the entirety of my loyal Kree heart.
Of course. People are fighting for what longer the Earth's been around. It really feels like that way.
Yeah.
And they only ended because one guy became king of both.
Yep. The one guy, like, keep in mind, like, this is supposed to be like the highest pinnacle of Kree justice, which is what Ronan's supposed to be, right? The accuser. So now he just openly admits, yeah, I freaking hate a whole entire group of aliens. I don't be moving into my neighborhood. I don't want to.
I don't care what says.
Don't put them in my planet. I don't want to be friends with anybody. If you're telling me one of the people in my inner circle so much as associates themselves with a scroll, you're dead to me. Like, damn.
Look, I'm gonna do my job, and that's it. When they ask me to be friends with them, that's me to high five them. When they ask me to get them breakfast, I'm not eating with them. I'm gonna do my job, and I'm going.
Exactly. So Super Scroll ends up impaling Ronan with both of his hammers onto the ceiling. So damn. But yeah. Overall, the conflict really does end with the Inhumans coming in, stopping the battles, and pretty much they're seen as the saviors of this. And after all is said and done, right after a week has passed since their big fight happened, Nova is bent on hey, we gotta tell everybody what we found. Like, god dang it, like we can't let the Inhumans get away with this. Black Panther's like,
Nah, we
I'm just
good.
gonna let this slide. Yeah, I'm gonna let this slide by.
Look, bro. The humans doing they did. The Wakanda's gonna get a little bit more out of this than everyone else. We ain't really
Yep.
losing anything, so
We
I'm
lost a
gonna
few.
go.
Yeah, we lost a few people, but keep in mind, like at the end of the day, the Wakandans now accept having a king again, because this
Yeah,
whole
we lost like 20 people out of the billion. We'll be okay.
yeah. Like Nova's like trying to be the voice of reason. Like the people you lost, what about their voice? You don't think they're gonna have something to say when they learn about what happened and how their people got killed? And
It
Shuri's like,
depends.
yeah, Shuri's like, there's only one voice that matters. We tried democracy. We tried counseling. Yeah, that's a nice dream to have, but a nightmare to make into reality. Right now, there are hard decisions and impossible decisions, and we cannot trust a whole group of people with their own agendas that be making those decisions for us. So, right now, we're back to the old ways to listening to one voice and one voice alone. And
That
that's
makes
going to
me
be
question how they're gonna do the Namor stuff.
which, yeah, that,
Remember the whole reason Black Panther wasn't king is because Namor made peace with Wakanda and said, "Hey, yo, if the dude ever comes back to be king, I'm going to
dude,
attack." So the next
dude,
part is going to ignore that, or we're going to pick up on that. 'Cause that's kind of what was big deal.
dude, Namor has to be shitting his pants, dude, because now the
Yeah, Wakanda's
resources that
stronger than
Wakanda
ever.
have, yes, and they're going to continue being stronger because Black Panther's goal now is to further expand Wakanda across the galaxy.
You better hope the Black Panther doesn't make an alliance with the humans. I'm telling you now, the Black Panther is
Mhm.
married into the and humans royal family. Shit's over.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, okay. I can imagine them giving Black Panther. What's her name? The head of Dora Milaje. I forgot her name.
I know you're talking about.
The Michonne's actress. Damn, I forgot. I'm blanking
Yeah,
on her name.
I
But yeah,
never really remember that. I always remember Ayo and them. I can't remember her name.
yeah. But regardless, he will give one of like the Dora Milaje to Black Panther to marry. And yeah, again, looking at Black Panther's other wives in his past, hey, it's an upgrade, definitely.
Hey, this one's not going to betray you for a whole different group of people. So,
Ooh, that's true,
or
so
break into your house and rob you at night.
that's true. But all right, so as far as the Wakandans are concerned, this is all good, and I can't wait for us to get to the point where, like, hey, let's go to a planet and fully colonize them, because I'm sure every planet in the
Yep,
galaxy will
they
be
got
more than.
some random black writer's going to do that story, and it's going to be bad.
Yep. Because hey, of course, any alien species in the galaxy will be more than happy to have the Wakandans come in, bring their
Welcome
culture,
their new black
force.
overlords.
Yes, they'll be more than happy to have like I don't know to do something like I don't know carve out some faces of their former kings onto their landmarks. Right? They'll still be good for that, right, audience? So
I'm just saying, it's all fun and games. They're gonna do that, and then we're gonna get an alien Killmonger. I'm telling you.
oh, that's true. That's true. And then before you know it, you'll have Wakandans going up against each other.
Yeah, Wakanda Civil War, Shuri versus T'Challa. Who's the right to be king or queen, whatever you want to call it. The right to
That's
rule.
true. That's true. I mean, just saying, we never knew the fate of what happened with that Killmonger from Superior Avengers. So,
Oh yeah, that's still up in the air too. So
yep. But anyway, so things are okay with the Wakandan side. I mean, they did suffer some losses, but nothing they can't bounce back from. Let's see. In humans, I mean, for God's sakes, like they they were good. They had no casualties whatsoever. If anything, let me look up
only
a picture
4
of that
people
clip.
know they're involved.
Yep. They're now sitting high and ruling Hala now. So that's something.
That's what
Of
I
course,
thought was strange. I was like, because if I remember correctly, wasn't the so originally Inhumans were a group of humans that was
yep,
taken away and experimented on, and then later they changed it to them being like Kree experimented people,
Yep, that's what happened. Yep.
and now they're like, so now I'm seeing Black Bolt stand above them after that retcon, which was terrible to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
and be king of Kree as
Yeah.
well as Inhumans.
Yep.
It threw me off at first. Because
And
I
let's
was
not
still thinking there's no way they'll accept this in my heart.
and let's not forget Austin. Remember Definitely Humans? Who was it that sent the Inhuman Grim Reaper after all of them? The
The Kree.
Kree. So you're like, if you're telling me that Black Bolt ain't gonna be doing some laws that are for his personal gain and vengeance, like you're kidding yourself, Like, damn.
Also, was Medusa in this book at all? Do you see her?
Yeah, she was in this book. She was in the meeting with Maximus, this and that.
I
The
didn't
whole,
get a chance
the
to
whole.
buy it. So I was only looking at it online and it got taken down.
Gotcha. Now the whole royal family was here, and they're all
Yeah, I
basically
thought
looking.
even Trenton. Trenton was brought back. He was murdered in the Death of the Humans.
Yep. Uh, they'll find a. They can always find a way to say it.
I just think it's funny.
Like,
Micro just randomly died and then randomly came back. So
I mean, hey, Austin, like you see Karnak, right? I mean, Karnak's looking like his original design now.
I know I didn't like it. I hate his head.
Yeah, I got so used to what he was wearing before, audience. During
Yeah, I wish they just kept the hat on. The hat made it look better.
the hoodie was nice, nice touch.
The hoodie was good too. The hoodie made him like a Street Fighter.
Exactly, Crystal, she's okay. I mean, I never liked the short hair thing they tried doing with her. So
Yeah, the short hair thing made it a little too much like Captain Marvel for me. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was from an era where they tried giving that to a lot of the female characters. I remember they tried.
Speaking of the Inhuman royal family, they show Luna, her kid, Quicksilver's daughter.
I'm looking at the page right now.
With the whole royal family, she should be here. But I know people forget that she exists.
Nah, there's only 2, 4, 6, 7 people here. Black Bolt, Medusa, Karnak, Crystal, Triton, Gorgon, and Maximus.
I don't like their immediately kicking Maximus out again as he saved their ass for like the 19 times. So I feel like we just go. So like unlike Loki, who's like actively every time you kick him out, he stabbed you in the back. Half the time, Maximus be helping y'all out, y'all still kick him out.
I know, right? But there has to be a reason why he keeps coming back to them, and I kind of like what he had to say. He's like saying, "I tell you,
That's why I
truly,
think anime
brother,
films. Like, look at the picture.
like look at brother, everything I did for this past year for the whole community, the dealings I had to do with the game maker. I tell you, truly, brother, this is the coldest act you have ever done. You cut me deeply, and I bleed." And I have never been more proud. But to be fair, with Maximus' situation, he knows, like, you guys are gonna come back to me.
That just reminded me. Black Bolt's son, I think, is still on Earth.
Ooh, you're going to see that character.
Black Bolt's son was running the company during the Krakoa era.
Yep. He was an apprentice of King at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, so we still got. I hope they remember that.
Yeah. Audience, look, I know this event might not have been everybody's cup of tea, but man, if you're an Inhumans fan,
I now understand at least why it was so short, because I don't think anyone understood why it was 4 issues beforehand.
yeah, I mean,
But it wasn't really a thing. It just really a return to status quo.
Yep. I mean, if you're into the cosmology of Marvel, this is an event for you, really. You know? So,
basically, they're telling you, we know we ain't did nothing in space. We're putting everybody back in a position where they can do something, basically. So the Skrulls are back evil, and they can do their regular Skrull stuff that people like. The Kree will be run by the Inhumans. They can do their regular bullshit that people like them doing.
Yeah.
Black Panther wasn't really doing shit in space, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
Hulk was just scared to be Hulk. Apparently, I don't even think he's gonna stay with like Sakaar anyway.
That was a funny thing because in this book, She-Hulk was literally sending a message to Hulk, like, "Get me out of here already." Pretty much just ditched me and planet on Sakaar.
But it was bad. It's like they made it feel like, I don't know if you remember that Imperial issue 2, we left her on the planet.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna be here, just stay here for a week, and I'll be back." They're like, "The Hulk did not return," and I was like, so I thought like something bad was happening to Hulk, or I thought she was gonna be there for a long time. That bitch was there for 2 extra days.
But now it's been over a week at this point.
I thought the message she said it's been 2 days over the 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
It was a week and then 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, the week was planned, then the 2 extra days were not. And I was like, I thought she was gonna be there for like a long time or something. I thought they were hyping something up. And they were like, "No, I was a little bit late. You go home now."
You would think getting a spaceship at that planet wouldn't be that hard to get. I mean, you're basically a symbol of royalty. Given how.
And my problem with this is like, if you're setting up the space status quo, you had to know that Hulk's not Hulk right now in continuity.
Mm-hmm.
So like, when did this event happen? Because Hulk is getting his Imperial arc going on right now.
I know, right?
So they had to happen like a while ago in space, and like we just ignored it or something, because this doesn't make sense. So you can this book can't end with Hulk being the king of Sakaar. Or you want to make that Braun,
which might be lead up to the which might be something that's leading up to the following series, because we know we're going to get a Planet She-Hulk series after this. So I guess for the time being, She-Hulk's going to be left in charge.
So about a one shot? Didn't that already come out?
She had a one-shot tie-in for this event, but she's going to get another book after this.
Oh, okay.
You see at the end of this, right? Imperial is over, but the story continues in Planet She-Hulk by Stephanie Phillips, Nova Centurion, by Jed Cave, okay. Black Panther Intergalactic. Yep. Black Panther Intergalactic and Wiccan Witches Road. Black Panther's going to be written by Victor Lavelle and Stefano Nissi. I don't know
who those are, so I might try it.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they have the one criteria that Marvel only accepts for anybody writing.
I don't know by that name. I'm gonna give him a chance. I don't think so.
Gotcha. Well, we'll see.
But Devin Case Nova could be like super interesting.
Yeah, I've been liking Jim Case stuff, so
Yeah.
And if I had to bet any Inhumans popping up in any other book, it's going to have to be the Nova book, really.
Yeah.
So,
of course, he's the one trying to expose the truth to the universe, so he's going to be more like fighting them directly at one point or another.
Ooh. Yes, that's a good.
Speaking of with the Inhumans, like coming back in this whole event so far, I really this is random. I really want to be in Phantom 4 too. So people don't know, Inhumans started as a Phantom Force support cast.
Yes.
So I do think the idea of following up Galactus and I think after Galactus, the next thing doesn't need to be another space thing.
Yeah.
Compared to Earth thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think the Fantastic Four getting used to our Earth, while another race is getting used to our Earth, could be interesting. The problem is they probably, don't want to do anything with that bullshit TV show.
It will. If things weren't as tense as they were with, not for lack of a better term, the political climate in what the Marvels had with their IPs, it would have been really great to see the Inhumans introduced in Fantastic Four. So yeah,
I don't think it'll be a major thing, but I can see it being like the size of the Worm Fantastic Four itself.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think the next Fantastic Four thing does have to be another like exploring space thing.
Yeah, it's just gonna be the Annihilation Wave. I'm placing my bets on that. So
No. I do think it's going to be Annihilation, but I think Annihilation Wave is going to have to be a team up film.
Okay,
I think they're going to explore the negative zone, fight Blastar, and meet Annihilation Escape. And then that leads to Annihilation Wave movie with them. And remember, they want to do Nova. We still got to Guardians of the Galaxy. That can be their team up film.
That would be something too. You got the original one too. But speaking of things to look ahead, let's pop up to like the one of the last pictures. Oh,
yeah. Wait, because I brought this picture because
I wish Witch
this
was here.
tells us. Yeah, this tells us like how much the status has changed. So like apparently accusers they're getting ready to like nut up on Black Bolt now.
Oh, they're going to issue a revolt,
man. Like they know like they have a lot of questions that aren't being answered. So it don't matter time they start pointing fingers. But hey, I think you did something.
Yeah. I mean, they have their Supreme Intelligence with them at this. Oh, dude, I would think if you're Black Bolt, man, one of the first rulings you will have is to completely behead the Kree Supreme Intelligence, man.
Either that or you're going to have at least find a way to manipulate it because he's smart enough to know what it is.
Yep. But regardless, there is a faction of Krees that are the Accuser class. Yeah, they definitely are not taking kindly to Black Bolt being in the throne, So yeah, we'll see.
And then they brought up Quave. What is that his name? I know it's Phyla. I've got the brother's name.
I'm reading the. You mean the twins?
Yeah.
They're simply referred to as Vel, with twin meanings.
It's Phyla Vel, and then the brother is the other one.
Yeah. Let me read exactly.
But it's not Nova, not Novel. It's not that one.
Yeah. Let me read the exact text here. The other rumor seems too dark for the Kree to speak aloud. It also whispers and dread at this point. One word. Vel with twin meanings. That's where we see the image of those two, in the center.
So Phyla Vel's coming back. She's been gone for a while. So they really didn't want to do anything with her outside her relationship with Moondragon.
Yeah.
And the brother, I don't think we've seen in a long, long time, to be honest.
Wait, is that Marvel Boy at the right? In the right side?
No. Her twin is not Marvel Boy.
Oh, okay.
That was confused. I kept almost calling him Novar.
Oh, okay.
But her twin named something else.
Gotcha.
The other panel here that was. Go ahead.
I was about to say, you would figure Novar would be popping up with this whole.
No, he didn't mention. That's why I was about to bring it up.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So, you see in the middle section between those two, between the Accuser class and the twins, they're talking about the universe where the Kree, like some perfect world Kree. That's where Novar's from. That's his home.
Oh, okay.
He came from there and ended up here. So apparently, Kree from there. It seems like Kree from there either going to start coming here or they're going to try getting to that level of Kree.
I would think that's going to be the Kree's versions of the Celestial Krees. Once they see what's happened to Hala, when they see someone like Black Bolt up in charge, they're like, nah, this shit ain't gonna fly. No experiment reject is gonna be on the throne, So, yeah.
They did say the idea that we're back to Emperor Star-Lord is kind of crazy.
Ooh, let me bring up that picture actually. Okay.
About this. Yeah, for the first time in 20 years, they have broke up the friendship between Star-Lord and Nova. I was heartbroken, bro.
Oh,
this was my team up. This is my Annihilation Quest squad, bro. They was in a camp that were fighting Thanos together.
I know, man. It's just when your friend goes and gets like a lucrative job position, man. Like, hey, you used to be cool, man. What happened?
The worst part is, like, I can't even be mad because, like,
yeah,
Nova's in the right in the sense of everyone should know. It's like the Rorschach situation. You're in the right, everyone should know. But if you break the peace and war start, more people will die.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best thing we can do to not have people die, at least right now. At least we can control it.
Yeah.
But it's like the people deserve to know the truth. And so it's like it's one of those tricky situations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad at the end of him having to kill each other or something. Bro, I would have been pissed off.
Yeah. I know Star-Lord tried giving an olive branch by covering the expenses of everything that Nova lost. Well, from what I understand, right, in order to activate the world mind that Nova has, you need a substantial amount of energy to be powering that, and that energy ain't gonna be cheap, right? And they only have one shot to turn this sucker on, and afterwards it won't be able. If it goes out, it's out.
Yeah, Star-Lord was going to pay for it, and he turned in. Nova turned down like an idiot. I would have took it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like he also asked the Wakandan, he asked Shuri to also help in keeping this sucker going.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to give it to the Kree. Like you don't want to give it back to the Kree right now.
So look again, like that's another win for the Wakandans. Now they have leverage over a resource like the Supreme, not Supreme Set, the World Mind. So it's like, damn.
I keep forgetting it's not the same thing.
Yeah. Sorry, it just rolled off the tongue easier.
No. They kind of look the same. Both come down to like a giant head.
Yeah.
But one's like a noble helmet. I keep forgetting. So yeah. He should have took the deal and let Star-Lord pay for it, even if he is mad.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I don't know. So I was mad that we're back to like the only one Nova person again, bro. We do this story like every 10 years, bro. The best part is I like some of the last Novas. You remember they had that pregnant Nova? That was the only time I was into a Nova character that wasn't Rich Rider. And it wasn't because she was pregnant. It was just funny. Because like her situation was at least more reasonable than Spider-Woman's, where it's like, oh, I just still want to fight crime. It's like, no, the planet's under attack. If I don't fight, we're going to die. So I'm like, sure. Put a helmet on her. It'll protect her, decent enough. Let her fight.
Yeah.
But man, like we're back to just having Nova, and I think my problem with the Nova thing is I don't know if people remember the whole point of having one Nova was to be he's the strongest Nova period at that point. The thing was the Nova power source is one power source, and it gets split between people. So the more Novas, the weaker it is overall.
Yeah.
But I don't think any writer has like Annihilation Quest has actually done that correctly. Also, we're still missing Sam. Sam should have been here.
What? Damn, where has he been?
I would have had Sam be in the bar when Star-Lord showed up trying to convince Rich to beat Nova again. And I'll have him to be here since then.
At that point, like, you're going to have to rely on the Nova series to be following up on Sam at that point, So.
Yeah, it was like, Sam really should have been the one out of all three on the meeting, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He had the most unique story. I like the more to Kamala, at least at the start. Kamala did grow on me.
Yep.
But, like, you could have done a lot with Nova being the kid space hero. They just really didn't do it. After we found his dad, it was over. They just did not care.
Gotcha. Oh, we got a comment, Tevia. So what is going on? Yeah, we're just talking about the fallout from Imperial's event, Tevia.
Yeah, friendships are broken. Kingdoms have risen.
Some status quos are back to their original basis before the MCU.
It really just felt like they wanted to come back right to post Annihilation.
Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, I wouldn't think that's all that bad. Like, look at Star-Lord's situation.
Terrible at all.
Yeah. Look at Star-Lord's situation. Like, he's just he and the rest of the Guardians have been stuck in that limbo with the MCU adaptation to the point where it's just like a rinse and repeat. But now you kind of you kind of have an old version of him that's coming back and appearing something new. You know?
Yeah, and that's why I'm kind of disappointed that the Guardians team is so fully different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember, the Guardians team is going to be like Cosmic Ghost Riders and like a whole lot of other people. I think the only regular Guardians on there is Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
Violet Veil used to be a Guardian. That would have been fun, but I think that's going to be in that book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just have to see where they decide to go to from here.
Yeah.
It's not bad to reset the status quo because they weren't doing anything in space anyway.
Exactly.
I was just surprised that Shi'ar wasn't really involved. Like they were here, but they didn't really do anything.
No, from what I recall, the Shi'ar decided to separate themselves in this event. From,
the whole Galactic Council separates. So the Shi'ar Empire team up with Kree and all of them. Like their whole little private thing they were doing is gone.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah,
but it's I don't know.
Yeah, it's everything. Yeah, Empire felt so pointless in my opinion. Well, when we talked about the original Empire that happened a few years ago, there's only so much you could do when all the big heads in the galactic universe all agree to an era of peace. No,
you made the biggest enemies team up, and then the Shi'ar was only X-Men related. They did not care about anything else, and that's basically all we had.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect from peace? Quiet. That's it, really. You know. But, this Empire event, again, I'm a huge Inhumans fan, and this was a perfect way to bring them back. You know.
Yeah, that was the best thing the book did to really bring the Inhumans back at the height of their power in a situation we've seen them in, but not really seen them in. They've never been this strong in this strong position. It's very important.
True. Tevye saying, I will give Imperial, I assume that's what he means, Imperial one thing and one thing only, is the Inhumans are finally back to space heroes, which is good for them. I wouldn't go as far to say space heroes, because if you know the history of what the Kree have done to the Inhumans, I mean, I'm not talking about just giving them powers, but remember what happened to
the whole race.
Yes, the annihilation of them. I can imagine Black Bolt will be issuing a few decrees that are going to be more of a payback on them. You know. Damn.
I wish instead of Hulk we did have a Sword or something here, so Earth can be updated with everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I know it would this stuff won't affect Earth, but the humans being back and they're here to Earth should be addressed. I feel like somebody still Earth should know. And and it's very possible that Hulk came back and immediately died. just no one knows.
Gotcha. Yeah, the Kree treated the Inhumans like garbage. Well, now the shoe's going to be on the other foot now, Tevye, and I'm going to be looking forward to seeing that happen. So,
man. We're at the 11 o'clock mark with 4 topics left on the board. So,
Is it 4 topics?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I forgot. Yeah. So, all right then. We're winding down to this topic anyway. So, I'm just okay with Star Wars
big implications, but I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't leave you a good feeling at the end, but I guess that was the point. Oh man, a lot of them kind of felt like bad guys by the end. But hey, that's war for you. What can you do? You know. Well, Tevye, go read the upcoming Wiccan book to see what happens with those two. So, all right then. I guess with that, we can move on to the next topic. What's the next topic, Jake?
That would be
Bionicle.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. You have the picture?
I do, but hang on. I'm trying to. This whole setup is. There we go.
You could take your time, to be honest, because Armageddon and Wanda is not going to be long. There's not really a lot there.
Yeah.
Well, I have one other one after this. So we're back to a Mystica saga. This is a part of the final battle arc of Bionicle. This is the Makuta's final battle with the Toa Nuva. for the fate of the universe on the line. Whoever wins this battle wins the universe itself. Okay. Last time we left off, the Fantoka had successfully fended off the three brethren of Makuta with the help of Toa Ignika. And so now we're in the Battle of the Swamp with the Toa Nuva, Tahu, Anua, and Gali versus the swamp-based Makuta Mystique. I'm still getting used to their names. Some of these powers, the mass powers they be giving the Makutas are kind of insane. The yellow one, I believe it's the yellow one. His power, get this. His power is
sir. That's Asian.
Right.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what to say. That's crazy. The yellow one, his power is so he fights you, and then he can call on past versions of himself to also jump you. Like he jumps you with the past itself. But those past versions of himself don't remember the ass whooping they gave you, basically.
Yeah.
What?
So it's a timeline jumping. I was kind of a crazy.
No, what do you mean by past versions? I don't understand.
So he takes versions of himself from back in time. So like Austin, like he takes the version of you from like a minute ago, and he'll call him forward to jump Cryptid's ass.
I mean like in a sense of like, okay, so say this. Say I'm in the middle of fighting Cryptid.
Right.
And then a minute passes. And he brings me from a minute ago. Am I just doing the same movements for a minute ago, or am I doing new stuff?
Well, no, you're like it's like a shadow clone jutsu mixed with like a time clone, like a time remnant from the Flash type shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like you all fight them as if like they're conscious. They're just as conscious as they were when you summon them, but like they're just from the past. But they won't remember what they were fighting when they go back to the present or their present. So
how does that work though? Would it matter?
I guess. I don't know. I feel like with a mask like this kind of breaks the concept of like, why did Makuta need the Mask of Time when this guy exists? Because Makuta wanted the Mask of Time, so we had enough time to.
The idea that me from the beginning of my journey can fight the final boss and then go back and be like, okay.
Right. I think my issue with it is that I don't like this mask. I mean, I like the idea of the power. The power is like cool and like creative. I think my problem with it is like the whole point of the first part of the Toa saga was Makuta needed Vakama to make the Mask of Time so he could freeze time, and Makuta would have all the time in the world to reprogram the Matoran to serve him and all this other stuff. And he said, like, without it, it'll take me forever to complete both our destinies. But to be honest with you, this guy could have done it for him. So, I mean, he could just literally, I mean, this dude has been alive for like 10,000 years. Imagine 10,000 copies of yourself. just here, doing the job. But
Teddy has a question for you, Jake.
Say it again.
Tevye has a question for you in the comment.
Let me see.
So this isn't Golden Mask.
So isn't Golden Mask Toa with Peku Toa? I don't quite understand the question.
He's saying so. This isn't Golden Mask Toa with Peku Toa.
I don't know what Picatoa is. There are Golden Mask in the series if you're referring to, but yeah. So basically, what we go back in time and we also go back to the Toa Mata as well in their origin days. It is kind of cool. At first, I thought this was kind of a weird tangent, but it is kind of cool seeing the Toa Mata before they became the Toa Mata we know and thus the Toa Nuva. Because you kind of forget that they were very dysfunctional when they first met. They borderline hated each other and hated working together. Even like characters that were as happy-go-lucky as like Liwa. He was doing a training exercise with Gali, and they were being trained by Hydraxon. And the goal was to climb and to get their mask, and whoever got the mask, just get the mask and you pass. And so they all do it their separate ways. And Gali is struggling. Liwa's like, oh shit, she's struggling. All right, that's good. I can get ahead of her. And then Hydraxon pulls him down. And he's like, no. And he's like, well, what do you mean no? He's like, that's not the point of the exercise. And he's like, well, like, what do you want me to do? I was like, well, go help her. And then he's like, well, I didn't know we could help. And he's like, I didn't say you couldn't. And they was like, oh, I guess not. And so this lesson was supposed to teach them how to, when they struggle on their own to.
Oh, did we lose Jake?
Jake, you can't do that while I'm coughing.
Oh,
how dare
my phone's out of power.
Anyway, let's talk about these ugly looking toys. Like, bro, what was this? Look at that.
Someone's going to have to
Bro, why are
message.
these twigs, bro? Where's the toy that lifts?
Someone's
The
going to
Batman who laughs, I want the toy that lifts.
I know we lost him, Tev. Someone's going to have to message him on Discord, and I can't.
He's still in the thing, right?
He's still here, but we can't hear him. Oh no.
Okay, I messed up. I'll be back.
Gotcha. The joys of being live, audience. You know, ain't that fun? Yeah. Damn technology. I know, right, Dev? But we always gotta work through it. So, man, I think this is the first time in a long time I'm stuck being by myself here. So, yeah. What comics are you looking forward to, Tevia? You're still in the comics section. Okay, lost his back.
His computer overheated, so he'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
So let's just do our 2 topics, and then he can end the night with his 2 topics.
Gotcha. All right, so let's just go on to do Armageddon Assembled.
Who is that?
We don't know. Somebody with a cape, so that automatically cannot be any Captain America. Oh, wait, Jake's coming back.
I'm back.
Okay.
What? Did you guys go on to the next thing?
Yeah, we're going to do our 2 topics really fast so you can have the rest of the night to finish your stuff, because we thought you were going to take a minute.
Let's finish Bionicle then. So, all right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Jake, go back to your Bionicle. Yep.
Jake, where's the toy that lifts, bro? Why don't these dudes have muscles?
Bohatu has muscles. He's physically the strongest.
I don't see him on this video.
He is on the video. Well, I mean, he's the brown one.
African American, sir.
Yeah, but Pohatu, but we do get to see the early days of the Toamata, and seeing them roughly learn how to work together, even though we know that's not a lesson they're going to learn until the Borcal, really. We also get to see Kopaka and Tahu's rivalry again, which I always thought was fun, because the thing was like ice versus fire, so that's kind of why their personalities always clash. That was the idea. I do like that we do get an explanation of why Tahu is the leader of this team, because at first glance, I've brought this up before, it's like if you put like Raphael and Vegeta into like a character and said he's the leader of this team.
Hey, we did that.
Right. I get but I think but they bring up the fact that like when it comes to Toa that are chosen by the Order of Montanui, they're not chosen because of what they are now. They're chosen of the potential they have. So like Tahu isn't chosen because he's a great leader now. He's chosen because he will be a great leader through the trials that a Toa would give him, the natural Toa would give him. Yeah. And we see an example of this in the present, where like a great leader, I'd put him up there at this point, with how much he thinks through plans and ideas, how much he analyzes the situation, and he goes like, okay, wait, hang on, let's not participate this way. There's one instance where they get temporarily captured by the Makuta team, and Tahu. Actually, I love this fucking plan he does. They're captured, and the Makuta are like, "We're gonna kill you now. It's over." And he's like, "Well, you kill us now. I wouldn't kill us. I would go save your friends because they're being killed right now. Our friends have found the mask of life, and they're using it to kill your friends right now." And Tahu's bluffing because he doesn't know that. He can't get in contact with them. And so they get on the phone. They're like, "You're lying," but just in case, we'll check. So they call their friend, like, "Hey, you doing good up there?" And all they hear is like their friends like screaming. Like, oh my God, the mask of life is killing us. And they're like, "Oh shit, he was telling the truth." And Tahu's like,
the irony. The irony.
That bluff gave him just enough time to escape. And so one of them was like, "So we should chase after him, right?" He's like, "No, we're not chasing a Toa. We're not chasing them directly. We know where they're going, so let's just circle ahead of them and meet them there." And so Tahu is tunneling down with the team, and he's like, "Wait a minute, stop!" And they're like, "Huh? What's going on?" He's like, "Let's circle back." And they're like, "What? Why? Like, we're getting away from him." He's like, "I have a feeling they're trying to cut us off. Let's turn back around and see what they're up to." So I was like, good shit. I like Tahu thinking through his shit. Again, playing into the themes I brought up last week with Bionicle, where Bionicle isn't really about like who has the highest power level. It's about who plays out the scenario the smartest, and that will get you ahead. Sure, the villains have an edge, but that doesn't mean they're going to win, because really it comes down to the teamwork and the ability.
Rules are about just Dragon Ball Z scale everything.
Right. So, which I personally am a fan of, because I think as time's gone on, people have kind of forgotten that sometimes, like in shonen, yes, your power absolutely matters, but in like actual fight combat scenarios, it's a big. Tevia was talking about the seven Toa Takunuva. That's what he was referencing.
Yeah.
Who is in this book? Yes, Tevia. We ever did the Master Blade movie? That was months ago. I couldn't tell you which video it was, but we did review it for the channel.
Can the Power Rangers beat the seven Toa?
No. The seven Toa was a prophecy that only Takua could be the seven Toa. That was the point of it.
I don't know, bro. Have still candy bar. SPD got locked up.
Yeah, that's true. What would the Power Rangers versus a competent Toa team? What would that even look like? Not sure. That said, like I said, I had to stop earlier from continuing the book, mainly because life got in the way. But I'm halfway done with it, and then we have a couple side. We are almost to the multiverse story that I've heard about.
Oh my god!
Bionicles of the multiverse. Wow.
I remember hearing about the story, and I remember like as a teenager, I'm like, yeah, Takanuva goes to a different universe. Everything's backwards. I'm like, that's fucking
into the Legoverse.
Right. I was like, this is fucking stupid. I hate this. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it now.
I'm just saying, bro. When the honorable Baraka show up, the world's gonna change.
Right. Families will be fed. I'm not really excited about the Takanuva book, but we'll see how I feel. Tevia says, honestly, my memory of Bionicle stopped after Mask of Light because everything else got way too confusing. As a kid, I understand that. The reason it got confusing was because it goes Bionicle 1, and then Bionicle 2 and 3 are prequels, but the movie doesn't really... I mean, as a kid, it was hard to really conceptualize that. You were just kind of like... It was like if you watch A New Hope, and then 5 and 6 was just episode 2 and 3 of Star Wars. But episode 3 doesn't have. But if episode 3 didn't have the Darth Vader character, like you just knew Anakin turned evil, but they didn't show you him being Darth Vader.
Yeah. The lore and the mythology of Bionicle grew as the audience grew with it. You know, Tev. So.
Yeah, now it's pretty straightforward. Now when I look at Bionicle, like as a kid, it was hard to really keep up, but the lore kept increasing. But as an adult, it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing really complicated about it. It's and I highly recommend it. And you know what? There's a website where you can read all these books for free called Crossfire Geeks. But if you're not a reader and you want to work and listen to it at the same time, you can look up Bionicle audiobooks on YouTube. There's a channel that has recorded all of the Bionicle books, every last one. And it has helped me immensely.
Tevia, you don't want to listen to these twinks. Look at their bodies. Look at this guy.
Well, that's the Toa Mata, sir. You didn't see them when they rose up as the Toa Nuva. Right.
Yeah, show me them lifting one weight.
That's Pohatu could lift several weights. Pohatu is as fast as A Flash, and he's the Toe of Stone. So
A Flash, I'm sure.
I'm not sure which one.
One of them motherfuckers.
One of them, probably Jay Garrick. I mean, he could pace through walls.
I think I'm as fast as a Sonic character. Which one? One of them.
Cream. But yeah, I'm really interested in the future of this story. I know where it all leads to, but I am interested to see how we get there. And it's gonna be kind of.
This is coming from a guy. This is coming from a guy who doesn't like origins, by the way, audience. So you know.
I know that.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't like the origins first. Like he's gonna skip the first episode. But if you make him watch the other episode, he'll watch it.
Right. So, Spectacular Spider-Man was great about that. The Spectacular Spider-Man waited 8 episodes to tell you the origins. And you're like, I will say though, I know where this all leads, and I know where the twist is coming. I am also I am grading this on the twist and its setup as well. I've been doing that throughout the books. I gotta say, the foundations for what we find out at the end of this arc have been laid tremendously well. Like even minute detail you wouldn't even think about were laid. It was laid incredibly well. I understand why some people predicted the twist before we got there, but it was a really good setup for it. So, yeah, shout out to Greg Varsity. So
when are you gonna tell Tevye how Quinn smiled?
Well, when we go back to my vampire system.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the one you're showing now on the screen is technically Gen 2, and Gen 1 was Bionicle toys I grew up with. So you were talking about the Toa. So this is the Toa Nuba, and before I showed you the Toa Mata. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
Tevye, my favorite is the Toa Metru. That's the one right after this. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But anyway, alright. Any final thoughts on this?
While he's surfing on his sword.
Because he surfs on lava. He's a lava surfer. Tahu's the lava surfer. Okay?
Jay, do you want to go ahead and go straight to your next topic before your computer overheats, and then we just need to finish the last two?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. All right.
Where'd it go? Do I not have it anymore? Oh no. I did all that work. Wait. Cryptid, did you get rid of some photos here?
No. I see some God of War photos up.
That's what I was looking for. Where are they? Put them up. Put them up. Okay. The other one.
It's a weird photo.
Yeah, we're getting there. There's two. Where's the other one? There we go. Okay. So I replayed God of War Ragnarok, and my opinions have shifted. Some in the one direction, and some in the other direction.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
I've been playing this game because I remember when I beat the game the first time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play the game because I really enjoyed the story. Go through the whole game. I'm like, yeah, everything's going great. Got to the Ironwood section with Trace and Anchor Boat. I'm like, I want to put the game down. Got really bored really fast.
That's what I did.
Yeah. But I gotta say, once you get out of Ironwood, I never have a problem with the Trace sections anymore. They're not as exciting as Curtis sections, but I think the problem with the Anger Boda section is that there's a gameplay to cutscene ratio that God of War does really well.
It stops the game for this romance setup.
Right. It's like God of War Ragnarok has a great gameplay to fighting ratio. So sometimes they'll be talking about the story, but then there'll be a fight scene 10 minutes later. You never go like 10 to 15 minutes without a fight.
Yeah.
But in Anger Boda section, you can go 30 minutes. There's like 30 minutes where it just drags. And you're just doing this. It's not this fucking romance that like I don't really care about. Okay?
I did not care, bro. They did not win me over.
I understand we want to have Atreus go through the new feelings of like he's a teenager, so we have to do is like the romance.
I would have rather been Thor's daughter.
Right. Yes.
No one was gonna have her family afterwards. Right. I think that was the worst.
But you know, like the gameplay, like, but yeah, with Thrud, for instance, that's a great example. When you fight when the Thrud section of the game or in Asgard, you're fighting most of the time. I think the only very big lull you have in the Asgard section is when you're talking to Odin the first time.
But even there, that's one of the most like interesting points of the game when you get insight on what Odin actually wants in life.
Right. So that stuff is pretty good. I have no problem with that. And after that, but everything with the Trace after that is fine. Going back over the story, a lot of things I like. I think, by the way, the God of War theme is just fucking slap.
Oh, but it's not the Halo theme though.
There's a competition. There's a competition. Like if you told me this was the PS5 theme, like Halo is the Xbox theme. Well, not anymore because Xbox is dead. But it was the Xbox theme. Okay.
Halo is our theme now. We share that.
Halo was the Xbox theme. We thought of Xbox, you thought of Halo. Now, when I think of PS5, I think of the God of War theme. I'm sorry. It's just that good.
Nah, I still go Spider-Man.
You think it's Spider-Man? I don't remember Spider-Man's theme. I can't put that in my head.
I can't alter I have it on my phone.
I'm not really play Spider-Man. I might have that thought. But God of War.
But I played the first. Yeah, for me, it was because Spider-Man was the first big exclusive they had. So that's why it's always like when I think I think of that.
I think
it was
like
that, and then God of War came out a little bit after that.
I think I like this because it carries the emotional weight of like every scene it's in. Like they even have like the soft version, the letting it go version, the Ragnarok version I actually like because it combines Faye's theme, Atreus' theme, and Kratos' theme.
I'm half and half on it. I like the first half, and I like the second half that much. I like the version that was reworked for the Valhalla DLC,
right?
Where he talks to himself. I think that version is probably my favorite version.
There's one where they play like it's not like an acoustic, but it sounds like one, and that's the one I keep trying to look for. I can't remember where I heard it. But
you have to go down the whole OST and just fucking it.
I know, I hate OST hunting, bro. I really do. That said, the theme song's great. The emotional beats in Ragnarok are like some of the greatest emotional beats I've played in like a game.
Did you cry?
Say it again?
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry. But I was, if I was going to cry, it would have been when Atreus left. I think people get people get on Atreus in this game. Replaying this game, Atreus is one of the best additions to God of War. I'm sorry. I love this character. I like what he does for Kratos, and I like what he does for himself. And I like how he has a parallel to Kratos. Well, not really. I won't call it a parallel per se. But I do like how in trying to be like Kratos, he almost learned the wrong lesson from God of War 3. Because this game actually has some parallels to God of War 3 I also did like.
That was my problem though. My problem with the game wasn't it's like the message you're trying to save. It was that we spent the whole last game building up that message and you're like, oh, that's the wrong message.
Oh, you mean like close your heart? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like the whole last game, we're trying to get him to be more like you. And then we just do a time him like, oh, actually, since you're a teenager now, I guess you need to be yourself.
I think that was I think that's like Kratos' fault. He doesn't need to harden. Like the first game, he doesn't need to harden himself because he doesn't know how to fight, and like he doesn't need to accept that he has to chill sometimes. But even Kratos in that game, his arc was also learning to open himself up more like Atreus. It's not as pronounced per se.
I know. I just want to say I wish that was more pronounced.
Right.
In a sense of I get the whole point with that. You don't need to be more like me. I need to be more like you. It's kind of like the Batman Nightwing relationship thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At least when they do it correctly.
Yeah,
where you're the hero, you're my hero type of shit. Yeah, but I don't think the game is that great of doing it if you're not like paying attention to every scene.
Yeah, I think you do get a lot of like credit because there is a scene. I did have the picture. I can't access the picture. It's the one where they have their heads together. But there is like a scene.
There you go.
Yeah. This scene I think is emblematic of the theme. There's of the theme of these two, which is that they need a little bit of each other inside their inside.
Hey, don't say it like that.
Well, yeah, that is correct.
We know what you mean.
But
that grown man definitely needs a little bit of a little kid inside him.
Right. They do need a little bit of each other to make it through. Like when Atreus is by himself, he does try to be more like his father. You see it very early on in the game when he's with Sentry, actually, where he does simple things like try to break the chest like his dad, but he can't do it. He's like, "Fuck! My hand!" Or he tries to like.
That was my favorite reveal. Like, oh yeah, you almost like we got to work for him. I'm mad if you're a god. Man.
Right? Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, that's great.
You can get God strength, but you want the muscles. You gotta build that up, boy.
Where you gotta go? You gotta go to the gym, bro. It's like, I do like even when he's alone and he's thinking about building focus. Like that was like a thing where Heimdall's trying to get under his skin, so he's like, I gotta calm down because I know this guy's gonna get to me. And he was thinking back to like the techniques that like his dad taught him, and I thought was really good because this is a God of War 1 Atreus. He would have lost his shit immediately and never gotten back. Yeah, and I do like even some of his decision making. Again, the ability to just like when he's fighting Garm, and the second round they have a Garm.
The giant wolf.
Yeah. The second
I'm just playing for people don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the giant wolf fight. Yeah, the second fight they have with Garm, I really did like because it was very small, but the fact that Atreus, while he wanted to save Garm, he accepted that he might have to kill him, and he was willing to do it without hesitating. Like that's a lot different than where he was.
Yeah,
like,
this ain't dude didn't want to even put his own wolf out of mercy.
Right. The fact that like when Kratos says, "Okay, listen, we tried it your way, it didn't work. We're killing this bitch," and he's like, "Yes, sir." And then like he does
literally ripping apart the universe, kid. It really has to go.
Right. And I like that he did it. And that wasn't the solution in the end.
People don't know Garm is Fenris, basically. Yeah. The world of strong wolf.
Yeah, so they transition him into Fenrir.
No, I mean, well, in the actual in the game they do that, but like the actual lore, it's Fenris.
Oh, okay.
Where ripping apart dimensions and stuff with its claws is the world destroyer and the wolf.
Yeah.
The game eventually gets there, but that's for reference. That's what they fought.
They try really hard in this game to try to surprise you with how they do make the myths connect.
Yeah, we get those. I just don't like the World Serpent one, to be honest.
The World Serpent, yeah. I feel like they should have had a fight section on the World Serpent. That would have kind of
I think the game is great. Like I would have given the game a 10 out of 10 if they didn't handle the last 30 minutes the way they did.
I think I
think everything with the war itself is kind of messed up.
I think the war just needed 30 extra minutes. I think my problem with it isn't the length, isn't that it wasn't most of the game for me. Because I know some people, I don't know about you, but I know some people.
No, I never cared about it being most of the game. Just when we finally got here, just oh, the World Serpent is going to save us. Oh, it's going back in time, huh? We'll fight Thor. Oh, then we'll fight Odin, and it's over. Damn. Okay.
I think my thing was I appreciate that they explained why the fight is so quick. It's because Odin's had fucking years, but he says it's a Kratos too. He's like Kratos is he tells Kratos bro, this has been going on way longer than you. This is not even about you. You were just some ransom in my story.
Anyone who knows, he's been planning for Ragnarok since Ragnarok prophecy first given, so it made sense that it wasn't a long drawn out fight. Right. But with all the hype going into it, and people, everybody knows about Ragnarok. It's one of the hypest events when we talk about Thor and stuff.
Right.
Even Marvel fucked up Ragnarok when it came there twice. Y'all count the movie. The movie bad.
Yeah.
The movie and the comics bad.
Yeah.
So you get here, you're like, dude, we're gonna fight Odin. We're gonna fight all these legends. We're gonna I don't know. It was really hyped up for a more of a personal story type of fight. I guess the best way to say it.
Yeah.
And something that felt like it should have been more cinematic and preposterous just ended up being we'll fuck this guy up and then we'll fuck the other guy up and then we go home.
We go home. We just pack our shit up. We're gonna get into a pacing issue. I actually do have a problem. One, they keep bringing up Forseti, but he's not in the story, and that pissed me off. They keep bringing this dude up. Who the fuck? They're like, yeah, Forseti did an investigation. He thinks someone's trying to poison Thor. I'm like, all right, well, where is he? Where's the bitch? Where's this dude?
Also, we did all that setup about them saying somebody was going to lead the army to safety and stuff, but it didn't turn out to really be anybody.
It was.
I know they applied for me Kratos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean lead the army? Are you talking about lead the army?
You remember the picture where Kratos thought he was the chosen one because of it?
Oh yeah, I think it's supposed to be Atreus and Kratos together. I think
it's supposed to be that would have felt like it was supposed to, but it didn't really turn out.
Yeah, I think
they gotta get snuck in after the war started.
Here's the criticism I have, and I know it ties into the themes that you make your own prophecy, so there was no point in following the thing or whatever. I think the prophecy.
His wife is the one who set this stupid shit up.
Right. Well, my thing was there's too many different prophecies for me. There's the one.
Odin had one. The wife had one. The Giants had their own separate one.
Right. I'm like, are you guys really talking?
The Fates had their own.
I guess to be fair, the Fates is the most accurate because all they said was, we're not predicting anything. We
know how you act. So when that situation happens, you're going to do this. That's how we know what's going to happen.
And I think that was the only reason. I think at the when I originally played it, that's what saved it for me. But I remember replaying it. I like that. Don't get me wrong. I like that message. But
I like the message. My problem is Odin, of all people, should understood that.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter. I understand the point is he will be super arrogant. But if I'm telling you it's going to happen because you're going to make it happen being who you are, you would not do that thing.
Right.
Your mom's going to die because you're going to go to the left. I'm not going to the left.
All right. He can't stop. I do think the tier twist, knowing it's happening ahead of time. I mean,
once you know it happened ahead of time, actually, you pay attention to all the people that Odin is. Because there's a lot of times where you'll see someone just randomly staring at you.
Yeah.
And now, going back and looking at the guy on the bridge, there's some people in town that anytime you walk by, they'll literally just stop what they're doing to stare at you. If you weren't turning around to look at them, you would not know.
And there's a cool moment, too, and it's not in the cutscene itself, but it's right before it starts. When Atreus comes back home with all 3 parts of the mask. By the way, from Odin's perspective, that was an hilarious fuck-up on Odin's perspective. When he gets the mask, so Atreus gets the 3rd part of the mask, and Thor is like, you're welcome. And then Odin immediately shoots down. He's like, okay, thank you. You got it. Thank God. Okay, give it to me. And then Sif comes in we got to kill Atreus now. And he's like, oh my God, what the fuck? His whole plan breaking down because Sif had to complain that day was insane to me. That was so funny. Anyway, so when Atreus comes back, when you're walking to the table, if you actually look, Atreus is talking to Tyr, and Tyr comes out the room because he's trying to, he's like, oh my God, Atreus.
You mean that claw thing?
he comes out the closet. And if you look closely, when Atreus isn't looking, Tyr tries to grab the mask from him.
Yeah.
He's like leaning in trying to get it.
That's a lot of stuff. Like even like when Tyr first goes in that closet, if you notice right before the door closed, you'll see the green magic light bullshit.
Yeah, and the game does try to actually highlight that you should be paying attention to something.
Even the way they spell Tyr's name was different the whole game.
Yeah, there's a moment when you're in the boat section. If you're on there long enough, it's optional, so you could miss it. When Atreus comes back from Asgard, he says, Tyr. Oh no, Odin was with Durlin, and he didn't seem to know that Durlin and I were friends, or Durlin didn't even seem to make a note about it. So I guess Odin doesn't know that doesn't know that he helped us free Tyr. And then Kratos will later respond with like, no, because when I met with him earlier and he was talking about you, he had Durlin as a hostage, so he did know. And Atreus goes like, so why did he just let it go? Like, why didn't he just bring it up when I was in Asgard? And that was like your first indication that like Odin was kind of on top of everything the whole time. Like that was, and I did like that.
Grabbed it.
Yeah.
Anytime they say it's Tyr's name, if you're talking to the fake Tyr, it's just Tyr, but the real Tyr has a hyphen over the Y.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when they say Tyr's name, it has the hyphen, but when the Tyr like caption for the character talk, it does not have it. You're supposed to know it's not him.
Okay.
Yeah. I do think, but I do like Kratos and Atreus's relationship in this game. I do like how Atreus seems to be like the only one other than Brock who can kind of get away with talking shit to Kratos. Some of the stuff Atreus says really does push it, but I do like that it's only because he's his son he can kind of get away with it. I do kind of like that.
Yeah, it's only because Kratos never learned about a belt.
Right.
It's easier to yell at family audience. So,
right.
Yeah.
I do like how the relationship is deteriorating, but not because they hate each other. When you get the reveal that like Atreus might be the reason that that might join Odin in the end, you think it's like, oh, he's like mad at his dad or whatever. And Kratos internalized that too. He thinks like, oh, my son left me. He hates me. He thinks I'm a monster. He's going to like join Odin, and they're gonna kill me and all this other stuff. That's how he internalized it. But the real reason,
my son's going to murder me because I told him no 2 times.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, I do like the whole reason they keep coming at odds with each other is because they're trying to protect one another, and so it kind of makes a lot of Atreus's like fuck ups kind of more justifiable. Or not justifiable, but more understanding. Because I think a lot of people will get on Atreus because, unlike Kratos, we're getting to know Atreus, and we've had 6 games or like 5 games with Kratos to really sympathize with him. But Atreus is more like he's this kind of young upstart that's kind of making a lot of mistakes and not understanding it, so it kind of seems more frustrating. But I think it didn't frustrate me. I think it never did, was because it was always in service of helping his dad.
It frustrated me because we know he tried to help his dad from like the start. It's just like, just tell the nigga, please. And I think my biggest problem was that he didn't think that dad knew that he was going to die.
Well, he didn't think he saw the prophecy because
so it's like we know Kratos already knew. So that was aggravating. Both would just not be telling each other. And it's like I feel like Atreus of all people would say something about it.
To be fair, I don't think. Well, he couldn't say it because he got that information from Ironwood, and he was told not to tell anybody about that.
No, he was supposed to not tell about her.
Right.
But he could be like, "Oh, well, I saw the prophecy on the wall
somewhere in the past." You know, they didn't think about it. I do like. I think
it would have been fine. Oh, because if he told him that, he'd be like, "Yeah, I already do." What? Yeah, I was not. Me dying for you to live. It's fine.
Right. Yeah, I'm
also, Cryptid. I want you to know, you see Kratos, right? You see how his skin is, right?
Yeah.
You know that's the ashes of his wife and kid, his daughter?
Oh, yeah. I played those God of War games.
He never told Atreus this, by the way.
No, he never did, no.
Oh.
I don't think that's a conversation you'd ever have with your son.
Also, that also implies he had sex with his wife, with the ashes of his wife and daughter on.
That's okay.
His penis was covered with the ass of his wife and daughter within another woman. Never forget that.
That's okay. But yeah, there was the Thor situation. I really do like Thor's character. I wish I got a little bit more.
I think Thor's character is great. I just don't like how he went out.
Yeah, tiny bit of Thor. I think I came to the conclusion. I think my justification for him turning into like Sparkles is that he's a giant. I think that's where I'm going to leave.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we never saw Faye's.
Because the daughter Faye didn't turn to sparkles, so she burned.
Oh, that's true. Damn, bro. I can't figure.
And Faye was like a pure giant.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some Asgard magic. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. The only thing I didn't like about Thor was that this game the problem I have right now was that a lot of stuff they set up in the last game did not follow up here. A lot of Thor's character stuff did not feel like the same character from the last game that we was hyping up. A lot of stuff about Odin didn't line up with the last game.
They try to explain.
I know they try to explain it. It just that's why I wish we had the flashbacks to fully connect the characters. I would like to saw Thor like a drunken rage attack his son. Like I would like to see it seen in this game.
Yeah. For
the
the
when we got the Valhalla and we started finding his kids and stuff again.
For the audience, the discrepancy is like when you play God of War 4, they like explain that like when Amir's talking about the Asgardians, he's talking about like they're the fucking boogeymen. Like they're fucking, like the worst.
Everybody you meet talks about Thor and all the other people like the craziest ways possible. And then you meet him and it's just like, oh yeah, he's just a drunk. He is a strong drunk.
Well, to be fair, all those stories likely were true. It's just that this is the point in Thor's life where he's at the lowest of his low.
No. Yeah, and that's what I'm arguing. I'm saying that's why I feel like we should have got a flashback to fully connect that Thor to that moment.
They say that because Mimir theorizes, because the game can't say that he knows, but he theorizes that Sif was the first to be like, you know what, we're kind of crashing out too much. Let's calm it down. And it took her repeated attempts to get Thor to slow down. But by the time he did...
He didn't stop drinking until both his kids died.
Yeah, and then like she was like, okay, but that can't be through. And he was like, all right, I'll try. And that's what calmed him down a bit. But he
immediately drunk anyway. The more his dad said something mean to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I like how it makes fun of your father. Thor got drunk all on his own. He's a grown man.
He's not lying. We did what he did say. You're much better as a drunk.
Right.
Yeah. Horrible thing to say, but yeah.
I do like Thor's arc with Thrud too. I do like how Thrud is frustrated with him, but doesn't give up on him. That was pretty cool. It does kind of display like how much they love.
I didn't like how she didn't give a fuck that the dude killed her brother. Like, what was their relationship like? We don't really get anything on that.
She's not like she didn't really like.
We had like 2 lines.
Yeah,
and I think she liked the Magnum, but didn't like the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said, but she didn't really care about. There weren't really. The first line she says is that like, you have. Don't worry, you have these. She says
like sleeping in their room or something.
You have these shoes to fill, but like it's not really great shoes, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
And I know she said a line that he was sleeping in one of their rooms, apparently.
Yeah, that's where Odin had him sleeping like Magni emojis, which is crazy.
But it was like I feel like you should have it just feel like there was so much more we could have gotten with these people.
I feel like an Asgardian deal.
We just need a flashback to connect these people fully to the last game, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's definitely some bridge gapping there that like Mimir and
our boy Magni Modi, who didn't give a fuck about according to everything we know.
Right.
We would take them camping somewhere. Where?
Right. I thought you had a favorite.
Okay.
But yeah, I did like Thor. I did like the whole Sif and Thor dynamic as well. I like Thor, honestly, the god trying, but he just can't do it. I like how his thing with Kratos too isn't like his thing with Kratos is more like, I just want to prove that you can't change. I just don't want you to think that you can change because that means I'm doing something wrong. That's what their whole dynamic is. When they first meet up and they're fighting, the whole fight is he's saying it like, I'm not letting you die until you let that rage out. I want you to be the guy
who kills Kratos, like factually,
right? And he wants Kratos to be that guy from Greece. He keeps saying it like, just hit me like as hard as you can. I want that guy. And when he hits him, he's like, I like how that for him is his blood debt. He's like, for me, that was all I wanted because I know how hard that was.
Jake used to make fun of him for that. I want you to know that. Jake used to make fun of Thor, but he like a bitch because he gets punched one time. Like, you know what, I'm going home.
The pacing of that scene was great. He got punched so hard his tooth came out. He felt his tooth. He's like, oh shit. Your blood debt is he flies away. That's silly to me.
Guys, not to rush or anything, but I only have like about 20% power left in my iPad, so yeah.
But I do think that I'll wrap it up. But I do think that God of War Ragnarok, replaying the game, actually, it's reinforced itself as one of my favorite games of all time, one of my favorite stories of all time, Ironwood excluded.
What's up?
More than that. But yeah, one of my favorite stories, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Atreus, whether we're playing as Atreus or Kratos in the next game, I'm gonna miss one of them. Them not being together is such a shame because they are so good together. As like yeah.
All right.
And I tried to play Son of War.
Yes, Are they gonna call it God of War? Because Kratos isn't a God of War anymore. So like
the God of Hope one.
Yeah.
IPs and all that stuff, you know. So all right.
Maybe to be fair, maybe Atreus gets upgraded to God of War.
Maybe.
Ooh,
remember, Tyr's kind of retired.
Oh, I'm sorry, Crypto. One more thing, because I did want to. This is the whole reason I love it. I don't like how Atreus decides to leave.
Yeah,
it was so random. He gets up from Ragnarok and he's like, "All right, Father, nice knowing you. I gotta go." I'm like, "Bro, like we can't have dinner. Like we can't like we can't like chill. Like, what are you leaving today? Like does that have to be now?" I was like, that was the only abrupt. I liked the scene, but it was so abrupt. I was like, we could have done this. Could have been like a post-credit scene or something. I don't know. But, yeah, you didn't even go to Brock's funeral. But,
yeah.
I guess Sindri wouldn't have wanted him there, but it was...
No, definitely not. Yeah.
Okay, that was it.
All right. Okay, then, audience. I guess for that, we'll probably just talk about the last topic tonight. So
yeah, just this and Wanda. Let's just be done.
Yeah. Okay, Armageddon Assembled. So yeah, this is coincidentally going to be the event that
may not be the Rebirth Century, bro.
Nah. This is going to be immediately following the end of the Ultimates comic. So yeah, by the time this is over, the whole thing with the Maker and in the Ultimate Universe is going to be ending. Coincidentally, around the same time, it looks like they are going to be touching on those cubes that Miles brought in from the Ultimate Universe. Because you see the person here, they're wearing a cape, and at first I thought they were holding the Cosmic Cube, because to me in the back of my mind, they got the current writer Captain America to be writing this event, and they're going to be bringing in the Cosmic Cube. All I could think is, oh my God, this is going to be the first time they brought in Captain America with the Cosmic Cube since the whole Secret Empire fiasco. But nah, looking closely, it's going to be one of those cubes that were giving people.
Yeah, the origin box.
The origin box, yes, that's the one. So we're going to
see that. We're going to see the origin of a new flying hero. I wonder, so that'd be either Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, Carol could not handle her power and killed herself in that time.
Oh, okay, I didn't know about that one, but okay.
No, it was this off-screen panel. She blew herself up. We saw it on one panel.
Damn. All right.
Like I said, man, I doubt they'll do Sentry because they already did the past the Sentry torch bullshit.
Like, dude, they're not even doing anything with the quote-unquote sentries they have right now. So do you think they're going to want to add new ones? You know, I'm talking about that one chick in the wheelchair.
Yeah. If Miss Marvel is becoming X-Men stuff, I do think they might replace her as Carol's successor with a new Captain Marvel, in a sense.
Wow. That'll be something.
Other than that, like, we're trying to guess the powers, but we I don't know.
They'll give surprises, you know. I'm sure one of these boxes isn't going to contain a super shoulder serum, so that's for sure.
It's probably going to be 3 powers we know, and then like 2 special ones. One probably going to be like super old character that people don't remember, and one's probably going to be like a brand new one that we didn't know existed or something.
Yep. From what we're told in this article, the current run of Captain America is going to be a building blocks towards this, so see what happens there, you know. I'm speaking of that Captain America, and I just saw like some previews of One World Under Doom. Dude, Doom's castle's destroyed.
God damn it, bro.
To be fair, man, after all the lead variants get free, I can imagine all of them just storming Doom's castle and destroying everything.
No. I want the Captain America Brave New World. I want the scene of like Red Hulk on top of the castle, like he was on the White House.
Oh yeah, and then I want to see that American flag being planted on Doom's castle. Yeah, I want some payback, audience. Yeah, but anyway, Armageddon
I
Assembled.
think it's gonna be a hard event to sell. Chip Zdarsky's a great writer, so I don't think it'll be a bad event. But
Yeah,
5 new heroes, most of which is gonna be using powers of older heroes, because the whole point of the Origin Box was giving people back powers who didn't have them.
Yep.
Because what else points? If Marvel gives someone else's power, and then does the thing they usually do, where they kill the guy off, or they put the guy in a coma, or just write the character off. Oh, you like Danny Rand? Guess what? He doesn't have powers. He's irrelevant. Goodbye.
Damn.
Oh, we're gonna introduce a new Iron Man successor. Guess what? Tony's dead. We'll bring him back as a clone, and he can come back kinda. Like that stuff they do that immediately make people mad and not want to read a book.
Yeah. You think they will?
You do that with 5 characters at once.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen this since All New Day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Brand New Day. Well, All New, All Different. Whatever it's called. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think it'll be hard sell. I'm just hoping none of these are Spider-Man powers. We don't need no Spider-Man in the main game.
Definitely not. But
we don't need another Spider-Man. I don't need another guy with a super soldier serum. We just got a guy we like, and we don't know how that's going to end yet.
Exactly.
I think giving another person Carol's powers could be interesting, even how you handle it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say give another person Namor's powers, just so he has something else in the war to do.
I'm thinking this is going to be their way of branching off to.
I think I will put some mutant powers in there too.
I was about to say, if you're going to get somebody's Namor's powers, I bet you they're going to get somebody that looks like Namor from the MCU.
Yeah, that's also my word. This is just used for MCU synergy. They get heroes that look more like the MCU versions.
Mm-hmm. Never know, man. Never know. But yeah, that's all we have for Armageddon. And you have any final thoughts before we reach the last one?
Please, no Spider-Man.
Yeah, there you go. Less spiders. All right. We got the last topic of the night.
I got this. Marvel decided, fuck you. If you were invested in their successor war for Sorcerer Supreme, they said, fuck you, and spoiled it themselves. They didn't give a fuck about what you thought.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They said, Wanda, who can't get a book past 5 issues, she's Sorcerer Supreme now.
Dude, it has to have been Steve Arando who pushed Wanda being the next Sorcerer Supreme. I can only imagine the summit meeting the writers had, or okay, so what's going to be the aftermath of One World Under Doom? Somebody's going to have to be Sorcerer Supreme. Steve Arando's using this as an excuse to continue writing Wanda, So, yeah, let me do it. I still want to keep writing Wanda for whatever reason,
I think they approached him because they want to keep Wanda relevant because she's still MCU adjacent, and they might bring her back. I think they approached him and said, we'll let her be Sorcerer Supreme, but the problem is that Wanda does not sell books.
I know.
You are doing this for this book to get one popular number 1 and then die off.
Well, okay, to be fair, man, given the amount of variant covers, some of these covers are going to be selling alone, So, yeah.
Yeah, but like that, I think by issue 3 the sales are going to drop dramatically because that will happen with Wanda books. Even when Wanda books are good, I admit Steve writing Wanda is a good writer. Wanda, but people do not care about Wanda as a character.
I know, right?
And she was she was the least interesting one for me to be Sorcerer Supreme. Her power by itself goes against everything the Sorcerer Supreme stands for, being chaos magic from fucking Catan.
This is why I think it would have been an interesting pitch if you had given Valeria Richards.
Yeah, at least Valeria, who denies magic, could have been its own interesting arc.
Mm-hmm.
But then you had Wiccans in her book. At least that could be something. Yeah, Nico, who could have been an interesting Sorcerer Supreme since she only used a spell one time ever.
And they keep that consistent, audience.
Magic, who we don't have multiple books tease her being Sorcerer Supreme, even being Doctor Strange's successor.
Yeah.
So we chose Wanda.
Wow, there are many other interesting options that were in front of Wanda, but yeah, they still just want to keep her relevant as possible. I think she's the new modern day Captain Marvel, really. Like she can only survive on number ones and revamps every 5 issues. So
Yeah.
yeah. And from what I heard, apparently her council is just gonna be her supporting cast. So yeah.
Who's her?
Probably gonna be Darcy.
Probably gonna be Darcy, Agatha, who's young again, and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Wiccan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna be her Wong though? Is she gonna make her son her Wong?
I don't know, but I think like the brother Voodoo is around the corner saying like, "Well, then we used to date. Why aren't you calling me for any of this?" Like, I used to be Sorcerer Supreme. Come on,
Yeah, he could have been Sorcerer Supreme too.
No, he was.
Not that he could have been another one, but
Oh, okay.
That's how unique his magic is. It's just none of these books were going to really sell, man. And I think they chose the worst option to try to sell the book with.
Yeah. Oh, she's gonna sell, but just based on the
She'll
covers.
sell a number one because all these variants, and it's going to drop off like every other Wanda book.
Exactly. So is what it is. Well, we already kind of knew this was she was going to be the next one anyway, just based on the creative team. So yeah.
Yeah, if we knew this guy was involved for the first time, we saw the photo, we would have knew it was her from the start. The idea that they just casually spoiled it, even before the book that helps decide who it is came out, is crazy. They should have let us vote on it.
Oh, that would have been interesting. I mean, hey, they did that for X-Men comics every now and
then. Yeah, let us vote in lesser X-Men multiple times. We should have did it here.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
I guess this is better than Doctor Strange coming back just to die again.
I know, right? Oof. Well, I've been a real kick to the bowl. If you said Wong was the next Sorcerer Supreme.
At least then I can be like, damn, this guy's been Doctor Strange for so long. At least he get like, I'm happy for him. At least he get an upgrade.
I'm already pissed off. Like he's still Sorcerer Supreme in the MCU. So to see that bleed out into the comics, I'm like, come on, dude. Nothing against Wong, audience. It's just if you watch Multiverse of Madness, by the end of that movie, you're gonna be like, Wong, just give the title back to Steven already, dude. Come on. So yeah. But anyway, any final thoughts on this before we end the night, Austin?
No, this is end the night. We got 6 minutes to 12.
Gotcha. Alright, audience. Thanks for joining us. Jake, play that ending song.
Thanks for joining, Jake.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Tevia, for joining us in the comment sections. And yeah,
you're not welcome.
And yeah, we'll see you all next time. See ya.